enchanted with video games lately because A, they are not hard. If you actually subjectively understand video games, they are not hard. That's what he said on the Elden Ring video, and he's absolutely right. I mean, we should look at the Seth Greensoch Elden Ring videos. It's actually incredibly appropriate to what the content was today, right? We'll look at the Seth Greensoch video, right? And he makes this point about difficulty in Elden Ring. If you have a barrier in your fucking mind, then you're going to suck at video games. If you don't, you won't, you know? And that's how I feel, you know, and he's right about this. Difficulty is subjective. Video games are not fucking hard. You know what's hard? Like making an IPO of $20 million off an idea you had 9 months ago. That's fucking hard. The amount of work and people and time and luck that you need, that's actually hard. Video games are not fucking hard. They're actually not hard. And it took Seth telling me this to actually understand. And then he went on and told me that all of the difficulty that you profess this game to have is entirely because you have put points in your stats incorrectly. That's it. And he was absolutely right about this. If you don't put fucking 48 points or whatever it is, I think it's 38 or 48 points in Vigor, you will fucking suck at Elden Ring and blow 40 hours on bosses when you're a world-renowned gamer and all that. I slaughtered Elden Ring in 157 hours and I was completely done. More than done. I beat Elden Ring in 93 hours with most of the bosses done and not a lot of deaths. You know? And not because I'm some godlike Souls-like player. It is because Seth taught me in a fucking random video that difficulties is entirely in your mind. If you tell yourself that you can't fucking do it, you won't. If you tell yourself that, oh, I'm going to do this, and it's a piece of shit developer stealing my quarters 9/10 of the time that's causing me to lose this, and you understand, and you start looking for that, and when you understand what the 9/10 out of the times attacks are and dodge them, you get a better roll on your 1/10 time, and you kill the boss, you know? And this is how I win five or 600 Fortnite matches against people that are ranked, you know, that have like 27 wins in a row and shit. Like I killed a 27 player this season. He had 27 wins in a row. Or no, sorry, a guy with 27 wins killed me this season, but I was number 2. You know, like it was weird. Like, you know. And that is because I used to believe that winning Fortnite was hard. I used to believe that aiming was hard. I used to believe that tracking was hard. I used to believe that getting out of attacks is hard. No, it's entirely in your own mind as to whether you respond in time and all that. Difficulty is relative, etc. You know.
Hey people. Seth here. The following is highly experimental.
This video changed my life, and all he's doing is making fun of Elden Ring.
And may come off as disjointed or schizophrenic.
Yeah, like this game brings lots of disjointed feelings in me about that time that I conquered being bad and actually got good. It was when I learned Hanzo on Overwatch, you know? That time I actually conquered bad and started to get good, you know? This game is all mired up in those feelings for me. Elden Ring is not mired up in that, but Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne and Sekiro are. The Elden Ring was too easy.
The newest hot release by Hideo Miyazaki of Ghibli Studios, famous for classic anime.
Like today, I was screaming at the top of my fucking lungs as I soloed 4 mini bosses and was screaming about how they weren't dropping souls. And I did them all one after another, you know? Bosses that terrify people. Because it's like Bruce Lee. The barrier is entirely in your fucking mind. If you can believe you can do it, like honestly, my friend Dino taught me something about that too. If you can just believe that you can do it, if you can prep enough or you can do whatever, if you can just believe that you can triple 13 guys in a row and kill their entire squad, you can do it. If you just believe in yourself that you can do it. And they tell you this in the movies and the television all the fucking time, but it's not that you believe that you can do it or not. It is that you always fundamentally tell yourself that you could fail. If you just tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to win this and it's only somebody trying to steal my quarters and I can watch all of it and just keep my blood pressure completely at 60 or whatever and completely just no emotion stomp this boss in and not even get angry at the fact that you're not paying me for it, you piece of shit From Software. How many bosses did I kill today for zero runes? What the fuck? I went 157 hours in Elden Ring, and I don't ever remember not getting paid for runes. What the fuck was that? Was it anti-cheating measures or something? I killed 4 mini-bosses today and got 0 runes on top of the other transgressions, and I definitely uninstalled Elden Ring and returned the fucking DLC. I was like, no, I'm not doing this with you, you know? I'm not doing this bad design with you.
There isn't much time.
I don't want the talking anymore. I don't want the talking anymore. I don't want the talking anymore. Like, I'm sorry, it was cool when I was like 16. I don't need NPCs to talk to me anymore. It's kind of annoying now.
Such as Howl's Moving Mausoleum and My Invader Totoro from Software have really outdone themselves, as this game features not one, but 2 crustaceans, possibly even more. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked the ability to swim, so I cannot confirm or deny that. The game begins, and I make my character. His name? Sambubu. His class?
Sambubu.
Naturally, is
Wretch.
I did original.
See, this is what you do when the difficulty level is only in your mind. You go to EVE Online with 10,000 ISK and you come out with 30 billion. You step into Elden Ring as a wretch with nothing but a sword and a helmet, and you step out with 300 hours and 5 NG plus or whatever. It's entirely in your own mind.
I chose not to.
If you think that you're going to lose to that player, you will. If you think you're going to win, you will. And this is the secret. They've been telling you in sports movies all your fucking life, but it is true. If you put it out to the fucking universe like The Secret that you will win that boss, you will one-shot that boss first try. I mean, this is how you get to be the best in the world of gaming. Until you realize this fundamentally in your soul, and you begin to start doing it like magic all the time, and winning Fortnite matches all the time out of nowhere and shit like that, or whatever you do, like, understand that the difficulty and challenge, both in real life or in the video games, is entirely, the barriers are entirely in your own mind. They're like, everything is possible. Bruce Lee can disarm you and shoot and punch, can punch bullets out of the air with his, or swing bullets out of the air with his sword and shit like that, particularly because he believes that he can do so, or believed, excuse me, he believed. They killed the whole family. I'm so sorry. Yakuza killed the whole family. I can't believe that. But, he believed that he could do so, and he was the first one to tell you that the barriers are only in your own mind. There is no try, there is only do, right? Like Yoda. There is no try. There is no try. There's only do, right? And now I have this thing with the government and the people and the developers and all this shit where I'm like, motherfucker, you have been trying forever to do this successfully. I actually need you to do it. This is my fucking hobby, my livelihood, my job, my love, my greatest passion and all this. I need you to stop trying to make good games and actually fucking do it.
I take the key.
I don't like trying to like your games. I need to actually like your games, and I need you to make them good.
Starting
like, what the fuck? You keep trying with fucking skill up and all this, and like Suicide Squad versus the Justice League and all this. You keep trying. Stop trying. Fucking do it.
Live to regret it after I
think you tried to make a good DLC today. If you had actually made it good, I would have kept it. I think you tried. I think you should have made this DLC good, but no. You required like 100 hours for me to even witness the content and shit. And I was like, that is extortion to me. That is like extortion. That is like using your time sink as a barrier to prevent me from receiving the goods that I fucking paid for. Fuck you, From Software.
And get run over.
You will not get between me and my money. You will not do that. You will not take my money and provide something that isn't worth what I paid for. I've never done it before, and I'm not going to start with you.
Repeatedly by a speeding train. I chose instead to go the other way. After camping a few times, Melina comes by and offers.
I remember the one time I ever got screwed in my whole fucking life on money, the one time I permitted it. That's it. I'm a doubting Thomas guy. It's really hard to pull one past me. I just assume the worst of everybody, because usually that's what they do, So don't be trying to screw me with like FPS locks and fucking triple, quadruple anus bullshit.
Because I think it's funny. I then proceed to kill Morgott and Godric before I realize I haven't leveled up. How?
Nope. This was so weird. This happened to me too. I went on and did the same thing because I wasn't metagaming any more than him. I didn't need any of the tips or anything, so I was just like, why am I de-leveled on the third boss or whatever? This was so weird.
I had to say yes. Miyazaki.
Yeah, I was supposed to know I needed to say yes too.
Just because I'm offered the ability to talk to a woman doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I think that's a symptom of bad design. Conversely, I fell for the oldest trick in a book, the warm embrace of a woman's lap. Oh,
wow.
To find out 100 hours later, it's actually...
Jesus Christ, Seth.
A debuff. What?
Fucking sexist as fucking hell. I want to run upside your fucking head like your dad probably wants to. Jesus, or your mom probably wants to.
They mean by this? I guess I'll have to consult.
Fucking sexist right-wing pieces of shit. BRB. Sorry. Had to pee.
40-minute lore video to figure out the true symbology behind this item description. I tell you, passive storytelling at its very best, especially when half the characters either disappear, die, or start T-posing during your playthrough. This might bother people who believe there's a story, which is the equivalent of finding a bunch of
There's no story to this game. Please stop trying to tell me there is. Why did you hire that fucking writer? I mean, what story?
Notes and
is there even talking in this game? I think you talked to like Ranny a couple of times. You talked to a couple of NPCs at the bonfires and stuff. What fucking story? What story? There's no exposition or anything at all. Now you can read all kinds of stuff and follow it through the items, but at that point I'm like, aren't you kind of Pepe Silvio, you know?
Damn, that book was wild. Halo's plot is crazy. Have you not read all the secret terminals? On the bright side,
no.
Dark Souls lore channels now have a steady source of bread for the next 4 years. I assure you, you'll know every side character better than your own family. I don't remember which war Granddad was fighting, but I do know Patches. I know that, canonically, he is circumcised.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't judge. I still get to have my wife Ronnie. What I'm criticizing is the involvement of this fat fuck. Celebrated offer, helping to weave the narrative experience. Okay, let's see what this dude wrote. Sunset found her squatting in the grass, groaning. Every stool was looser than the one before and smelled fouler. By the time the moon came up, she was shitting brown water. The more she drank, the more she shat. But the more she shat, the thirstier she grew, and her thirst sent her crawling to the stream to suck up more water. I rest my case. J.R.R. Martin is the greatest author who has ever lived. He has also never finished his books. And so, fittingly, From Software has embodied the spirit of J.R.R. Martin by never finishing a single quest line. Elden Ring is an ambitious...
I could not stand Game of Thrones.
...platformer, and if you just...
God damn it. And also, when I was growing up, there was like a weird rift between people who like George R.R. Martin and all of the rest of all the other fantasy authors. You were either a George R.R. Martin fan and you didn't like anybody else, or you liked everybody else and didn't like George R.R. Martin, you know?
You haven't played the game, because half this game is jumping with a head start, or falling into a hole, into a canyon.
It's true, by the way. He's right about that. Most of the game is actually falling.
It's
funny. You're always really up on some parapet most of the time.
Originally wanted to, but accidentally jumped before doing so.
Yep, there it goes. That happens to me all the time.
Adding an extra foot to the height of your fall, which turned it into a lethal descent. There's nothing I love more than jumping.
Yeah, I don't like the fall physics.
Awkwardly off rooftops.
Yeah, what?
But how do we spice it up? Archers. You love archers. They're on every roof, and they've got tracking. And guess what? The sewer levels are back, and this time, they're essential to the plot. Yeah, I'm thinking game of the year. Calling the mountain your game, Torrent. Absolute genius. So, anybody...
you ever Googled the horse from Elden Ring? Elden Ring Torrent.
Somebody Googling Elden Ring torrent gets a bunch of horse pictures instead.
I'm sure.
Can't wait until...
I love that. That made me laugh so hard when I first heard it. Elden Ring torrent. You idiot. Why did you name the horse an Elden Ring torrent? You're so stupid. You really should have thought of that. Torrent. What's the only other time you ever hear the word torrent? Stealing fucking video games. So you named your video game horse Torrent. And so every time that they Google Elden Ring torrent, they get a free copy of your fucking game. It's like you wrote the failure of the name into your fucking mythos. Elden Ring torrent is such a fucking funny joke. Seth has always been the funniest guy on YouTube. He really is.
And beloved character Codex de Nuvo pre-cracked no virus. But why are we here?
Oh, dude. Oh, wait, I gotta take another screenshot.
Oh my god.
We're here for difficulty because we're hardcore gamers.
Yep. Yeah, this game is not that hard compared to, like, even Sekiro. Sekiro's way harder than this.
For me, I've already beaten the final boss, John Elden Ring. So
John Elden Ring.
Have you ever used a
John Elden Ring?
Armor fast
Because it's a spoiler. He didn't want a spoiler. John Elden Ring.
Potions or
John Elden Ring.
In the world map. I'm sorry to say, but you're playing the game wrong. This game is meant to be played level 1 as a wretch using a single.
Yep. And it is meant to be. You are meant to start at the bottom and work your way all the way up to the top with the most runes, souls, weapons, and in the entire game. And then you start running randomly generated stuff, or at least that's how Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 worked and such. And you start usually as the worst class if you're good at the game, because it's going to hold your hand the least. The more that you use fireballs and stuff to get past bosses that you don't actually know how to fight, the more you cheese fights, is how we used to look at it in World of Warcraft. The more you cheese fights, the more the harder it's going to be when you hit your wall. So it's just better to learn the fucking fight, you know, and rather than trying to just... And so one of the ways that a smart player might look at this is the highest challenge that you can get at the start of the game is the Wretch, because it's going to teach you how to do, you know, it's going to be the most punishing experience. It's going to, you know, it's trial by fire, right? You don't have a weapon that works. You're going to have to dodge every move. You don't have any spells. You can't ride like Great Heal or teleport or extra flasks or anything like that, because you're a wretch. You have nothing. And honestly, probably the best Souls-like players probably do pick Wretch right off the bat, assuming, and it's weird when you meet nerds that have this kind of totality in their thinking, but it happens all the time, believe it or not. You'll meet nerds that have very, very almost existential levels of idiosyncratic methodology and such on how they approach games, bosses, fights, everything, right? That's how good gamers are. They have a methodology that they use to apply across all of their games. I don't even know what mine is. Mine is it has to be fun. My methodology is it has to be fun. I'll do a fight harder if it looks more entertaining to the public, or entertains me more, or gets me something that I want or something. I'm looking for fun. So that's my methodology. So oftentimes these fights aren't fun, so that I don't enjoy them, you know? My problem with these developers is that they don't spend the time to make the fights fun. They just chunk you for three quarters of your fucking bar and call that difficulty. That's not difficulty. Me having to hit him 3,000 times and him having to hit me 3 is not difficulty. That is just like you getting hit by a battering ram, you know? There's no reality and difficulty there. It's something that I fundamentally started to really dislike about the boss design in Elden Ring and all the BAMs and other games and stuff like that is really big health bar and really big hits when he hits you does not actually equal difficulty. Difficulty is when he's blocking every attack you make. He rolls every time you do a heavy attack. He tries to lay up these huge headshot hits on you if you stand still, so you can't ever stand still. He doesn't ever let you heal, right? But modern games, if they throw bosses at you, especially Elden Ring, they'll have like 4 attacks, and all 4 of those attacks do 3/4 of your bar. And the difficulty is more about how do you recover while he's pressing you again. And then also, or whatever, the boss is pressing you again, he or she is pressing you again. Not all bosses are male at all. And so Wretch might teach you much better how to not cheese spells to get past fights, how to not cheese a weapon to get past fights. And I think the best players don't do walkthroughs, you know? I'm sorry, they do walkthroughs. Even the first time they'll do a walkthrough, so they know what the linear path is through the game instead of getting lost all the fucking time and wasting a lot of time. But they don't watch boss fights. They don't take other people's styles. And I mean, I think bad gamers do that, but I think really, truly amazing fucking players, they make their own style, you know? Like Asmongold, I don't know if you've ever seen him fight Souls-like games. He has a jump attack style that I can't fucking stand. And he's not stupid. That's how you get through Elden Ring, you know? If you don't want to stack 50 points into Vigor, if you don't ever want to get hit, you have to jump attack. So Asmongold jump attacking, right? Jump King, right? He is the Jump King, yeah. Yeah, not Jump King. I'm not looking for Jump King. I'm looking for Asmongold jump attacks. Elden Ring jump attacks. Yeah, Asmongold Elden Ring jump attacks. And this is that idiosyncrasy stuff that I was talking about. Every smart gamer, female, male, trans, doesn't matter who they are, any age, any fucking, you know, gamers are not restricted by age or intelligence level. There's many things that any gamer can do. It is entirely like learning to draw. It is about your own barriers and your own mind and how much time you spend doing it. That's it. Learning to draw is not any harder than beating Elden Ring. It is just how much time you put into it and enough practice and understanding that the barriers are in your mind, not against the boss. The boss is actually, you know, one of the things about video gaming that really depresses me is bosses are actually just an average mob with a huge size. That's all they are. They're not special in any way or form. They might do some big crevice attack and open up a big crevice on the ground or something like that that's written into the fight, that's scripted. But in terms of their attacks, all bosses in all games, especially action RPGs, are no different. They're the same exact attacks that you'll see on an average mob. Now, when the boss is the size of the whole entire room, he hits you a lot more. Right, which makes it a much more dangerous, scary fight that requires a lot of, you know, movement and safety dance stuff and all this and coordination, and it's all a dance and everything. But honestly, in your mind, often is going to be this ticking clock in your mind that's telling you that you've got half a bar of health, and the boss has been fighting you for 18 minutes, and you feel this sense of desperation and resign, and that's the loss of the fight for you, and you can feel it coming. But you also don't want to give up and all this and all that. A good gamer doesn't even ever think any of that shit. They don't let their blood rise. They just think, oh, it's another thing to hit. You know, this one's the size of a skyscraper, but it's still the same mob as the skeleton that I fought at the first bonfire, believe it or not. And this is that difficulty is subjective stuff. And oh, really? Playing Elden Ring DLC was a mistake? Oh no, did he get drawn into it?
What a cocksucker that was.
I'm ruined. Ruined. Master Miyazaki, I'm begging you. Please help me.
Yep.
You're good? Bro, ban everybody that's talking shit, bro. Like, I'm getting pissed.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. He's clearing Elden Ring DLC. You guys, like, I doubt you guys could even do that. I doubt you even bought it.
Club, no upgrades. If you disagree, I'll call you a casual. If you ever hear someone talking like this, take pity on them, because this behavior is characteristic of someone who stacks no paper and gets no bitches. This isn't hard.
The game is not hard. Listen to him. This changed my life when I heard it. It's not hard.
Because it's not hard, but because video games fundamentally aren't hard. You know what's hard? The circumstances of life, getting a degree, having a stable family, being born with a baby arm. You're born with one arm develops normally into an adult arm, but the other is stunted child arm, which stops growing at like 3 years
Where's his left arm? What the fuck is that? How did you get that, Seth?
So you're this.
So Seth is a comedian and he knows it, so he does all this stuff on purpose, but man, like, I feel like you accidentally arrived at this.
Freakish monstrosity. You'll be known around town as Baby Arm Man, and the only job you'll ever have is baby arm stock photo. It's harder for them to get a kid to pose for that. It's a lot more convenient to have a malformed monstrosity on standby. Furthermore, I genuinely
You can hear the drugs in his voice.
believe that pattern recognition is a form of cheating.
Alcohol, too.
Your Homo sapiens brain is literally destroying the difficulty of the experience by compensatory adaptation.
You hear it? Now, he said this in a very scientific fucking way. Furthermore, I genuinely believe that pattern recognition...
is a form...
It's a form of cheating. It's a form of cheating.
Yep.
Yep. Your pattern recognition, like, I don't, like, in this changed my life, right? They're always like, oh, I know the meta form to get to the boss. I know how to get the most runes in the game and all this. I'm so good at the fucking game. I know everything about it and all this. I did all the data mining, and I know where the best items are, and I know what boss and what order and all this other stuff, right? And that does not make you good at anything. That means that you have a script that you are reading to get through life. That whenever a actual fucking situation arises that actually puts you out of your fucking element, and so many fucking idiosyncratic fucking, OCD nerds who obsess over the littlest things in video games and track the lore. I have a co-op partner who's very like this. He's very detail oriented, right? And he knows every boss and every fight and all that stuff. And sure, I respect that. That's the knowledge of the game. That's a great way to approach it. I do not fault it, right? But they are methodology people. The true winners in this world are not methodology people. They are not given the luxury of a methodology. The crisis starts. They adapt accordingly. They don't have some script. They don't know how to fight the boss. They're the people who are beating the boss first, They don't have some script, so they're beating the boss first. The people who are actually good at Elden Ring are beating the boss first. They're not running some script. They're not watching other streamers. Like, do you ever see me watching streamers? I watch other streamers when I'm looking for some fucking thing that they designed badly in the game that I want to get out of that's stealing my time. I watch streamers when they're telling me general tips and tricks or showing me the game, but I don't ever watch some streamer fight some fucking boss. I don't need it.
Homo sapiens brain.
I fought 4 mini bosses in a row, one of them with arrows and shit today, with no interruptions except for one death or something like that. That's something that most players can't do because methodology had nothing to do with it. I came after that boss and from behind. Most people come from the front. I fought that boss alone. Most people fight them with both. I fought the boss with arrows. The cheaters fight it with arrows, but I did that in the moment. I didn't know you could cheese that corner. I just came to the back and I started using not methodology, but just like understanding cover and understanding that he can't come through that tight space and stuff like that, and using it right. So your methodology about when to roll and dodge and when to use jump attacks and when not to and all this sort of stuff and what weapons are best and all that's great, but stop doing the pattern recognition. Stop doing OCD. I don't like speed running. I fundamentally believe speed running is a community of cheaters, and I don't like them, and I think they're particularly doing like an injustice to the developers by skipping through the hard work that they spent trying to make the game and what it was. And I think it's fundamentally disrespectful to the developers. They diss us, but I mean, in certain ways, we need to not disrespect them. If they spend the time to make the game good, you might not speed run through it, You might just play the game how they intended you to. Now, half of the community is speedrunners. Most of them do pattern recognition to get through all the challenges, and they love to tell me how much fucking better than me than they, you know, better than me than they are. And some of them are, you know, some of them are better than me. I'll just straight admit it, they are. But your pattern recognition does not equal skill. Tripling somebody on Rust and UKN 40,000 fucking times does not equal skill. Running 300 raids does, you know? Running 300 large clan 18-man versus 18-man raids or an EVE Online is 300 v 300 and shit. You got five snipers on the roof and 3 rocketers and 15 grunts and, you know, like fucking, you know, and a medic and shit or whatever, in whatever game and where you're actually trying to win or whatever. That will teach you how to be an amazing gamer or an amazing warrior or something like that. Experience will teach you. Pattern recognition is cheating, and it cheats yourself from adapting. Right? And so notice that I don't believe I had ever fought that boss today. I don't believe I had ever fought that boss that I was at today. I'm not sure. I took a different route on the first time I went through, and I took a different route on the second time I went through, because I was like, okay, I've done this game one way, I'm going to do it entirely a different way. I don't believe I've ever seen those bosses that I fought today. I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't remember. It's been so long now. So, or two and a half years, something like that. But I don't remember fighting those bosses at the same time or anything like that. And I really discredited the developer for doing that. I was like, why would you ever put 2 bosses on me at once? Like, I mean, that's disgusting to me in this game where one simple misclick and you lose like 45 minutes of traveling, work, and grinding and shit like that. Why would you ever put some target that's just wailing on you from behind? You know? That's unfair. Like, there's some fairness that the developers need to observe as well. Some things about balance that they need to follow as well. You know, we need to not disrespect them by speedrunning and cheating and pattern recognition and data mining and stuff like that. But they need to respect us by not erasing 45 minutes of work on a quarter steal. You know, on some ability that you can't fucking like even have a hope of dodging. Even the best in the world don't have a hope of dodging. You know. Happens to me all the time. So now I'm just like, okay, well, how do I adapt? You know, I beat the fire giant in, I think it was 4.5 hours or something like that. And I really struggled with that boss for that 4.5 hours. I think I came back the next day, actually. But the next day I did it in 15 minutes, right? And I really believe this, right? I think you gain more skill from doing something different ways over and over and over again to see all the possible ways you can do something, as opposed to scripting it and only doing it that way. And then challenging yourself to make the fight different each time so you can always adapt to a new situation or something like that. That is how they teach, you know, martial arts. They teach you to react. They don't teach you to go pattern recognition, punch a guy. They teach you to wait, react, swing backwards with the weight, pull his weight with him, and throw him into a judo throw in an MMA fight. They don't teach you to go punching forward in a methodical way in anything but boxing, where that's the rules, right? So, you know, that's the rules. Yeah, you have to do that in boxing, but you don't have to do that in MMA. So a smart MMA fighter is not gonna like rotation you. You know, they're gonna wait for some opening and then use it, right? And that's how I fight people in Fortnite. That's how I fight people in, you know, in other games and all that. And I don't always win. I suck. I lose like half the time. I got a 50% win rate in Overwatch or Fortnite these days. I'd say it's like a 50% win rate or something like that. If I come up against a guy, I think it's about 50-50 chance I kill him or he kills me. I'm not good, you know, that like I'm not Ninja who's sitting up at like 71 or 74% accuracy or something like that. I'm not sitting up there like that. I don't have the discipline for that. It's more about your own barriers and your own mind. I don't ever plan on putting myself in some kind of high pressure tourney situation where I have to jump around on builds like Ninja and shoot people in the face with a fucking shotgun. So I used to diss that play style. I used to be like, fuck you, fuck the shotgun monkeys who ruined Fortnite, you know? I still diss that play style. I diss that play style because it's not necessarily methodical, but it is close to it. It's like pattern recognition stuff. They realize that if they go bouncing through the air at you with a shockwave grenade or something like that, and shoot you in the face with a high-powered combat shotgun and continue to shoot you with a combat shotgun as they're falling and shit, they know that they're gonna kill you in 3 seconds and get you out of that fight, right? So that's how they all play. Press W, all gas, all gas, no brakes, morons, right? The people in the fucking YouTube scene make fun of it. Like people like Michael, or sorry, people like Channel 5 News with we'll just be making fun of the all gas, no fucking brakes, fucking shitty loser approach of their lives, where they just either fucking no brain push you like a fucking mongoloid, or they, or whatever, like they just, and mongoloid, I don't mean that in some disrespectful term. That is an old gaming term for somebody who just like goes like Juggernaut and just charges you through the back lines. The most common occurrence of it was the noob cannon in Counter-Strike 1.6 or CSGO, when they run behind you in Ice World or Dino Ice World, and they go through the whole back row with a combat fucking, with an auto shotgun. The noob cannon is what we used to call it, because only noobs did that shit like that, and they think that they're good because they got 13 kills and 1 death, right? Yeah, you have an auto shotgun. You learned how to sweep through a back rank. You're particularly good at that. That's the only thing you're good at. So I'm going to sit in the fucking corner here. I'm going to camp the corner. When you come around to run my back line, I'm going to fucking shoot you in your all gas, no brakes fucking face with an AK, and 2 shots I'm going to waste you before you even fire the goddamn shotgun. And the all gas, no brakes moron all my life pushes the back line like it's going out of fucking style. Like it's food and they're starving, or it's water in the desert. They just push that back line like they like that's their job. Like it's like there's never a thought was ever had, and I respect that element of it. I don't like it when they think. I prefer if they didn't think why they were fighting me, and it just ended up being, like a Bruce Lee fight where I just get to see what their skill is and fight them and shit. But too many of them think too much. They think too much about what you're doing. They think too much about how they can methodically do something to kill you really quickly. They think too much about building. They think too much about it, way too much. And then they just all gas, no brakes you all of a sudden. And you're like, wow, well, you thought this through. You waited. You made me wait for you to push and all this stuff. And you made me fight you mid-level. And now you're like jumping at me with a shotgun, like a shotgun monkey and all this shit. Where'd all your thinking go? Suddenly you're all gas, no brakes in my face. And that's why I lose to those idiots all the time, because they're not consistent. Like, I'll adapt to them, and I don't lose to them all the time. I beat them all the time. I get wins all the time. But, it has to do with your own barrier. Like, my own barrier is that I know I struggle with tracking against shotgun monkeys who push in my personal fucking space. Because the only shotgun monkey I ever saw for 17 fucking years in all of the shooters of all live service for 17 fucking years was in Counter-Strike noob cannons running the back line and getting called noob all day. I mean, seriously, we used to call them noobs. Fucking, there was like 2 assholes back in the 1.6 era. There was campers and noob cannons, right? Campers and noob cannons. These terms were slanguage back then, but there was slanguage back then, but they're like gospel now. Campers and roof campers and such, like that sort of shit, right? And so like we used to deal with people like that who just did pattern recognition and headshots through tracking stuff. Like now, you couldn't pay me to play Valorant because they're all pre-firing the corner where they absolutely fucking know that you're about to pop your head. And the bullets are there before you know that your own head's gonna be there. And that's all gas, no brakes, fucking, press W, like, no thinking, just fucking doing, like, pattern recognition shit because they know they're going to get a win from it all the time. But when you get down to any sort of situation where their little shitty ass doesn't have a shotgun and they can't shotgun monkey you or fucking, triple you from, 210 meters with their fucking, their fucking recoil practice from sitting on fucking practice servers all fucking day. If you put them in some situation where their scripted bullshit doesn't ride, you stomp them in every single fucking time because they don't have any skill. They've just been doing pattern recognition all their fucking lives. And he taught me this. And this is when I got good. The next day I started working on Hanzo more. That was my barrier for getting good. I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, all these people that beat me all the time, the only reason that they do that is they just know where I'm going to be before I get there. And I started looking into it. And yeah, it turns out when you're losing in COD, it's because the guy's played that map 40,000 times before. He knows where your head's going to be before you know it's going to be there. Like in the Rust, it's the exact same way. They've done all the same raids over and over again so much with the same doors and the same peaks and the same open fucking core bases and all this shit that it's all written down to a fucking science. And it's very, very rare when you get a unique fight. It's always like, the same old sniping bullshit and the same old horse shit, right? It gets frankly boring. It's very seldom to get unique fights anymore, and I really honor and treasure them when I do get them, because honestly, it's just some jack-off shotgun monkey pressing all gas, no brakes, press W. You know, almost always. And I know where they get this is because they get on YouTube, they put on their favorite gamer for the favorite game that they want to learn and be the best in the world at. I don't blame them for this, and I don't fault them for this. That's fine. But then they sit there and they watch what works all day long, and only what works. They don't think about what's possible, right? And that's the problem. They only think about what works. And yeah, they beat me all the time in 1v1s using what works. Yeah, they do. They go for fundamentals. They pre-fire the corner. They call me bad to my fucking face. But see, the difference is I am trying to adapt to every single fight differently. I want a different fight out of every single fight. I want you to challenge me in some way. Some person hasn't ever challenged me before, and you guys are so fucking boring. It's like playing the AI. You know, it's like fighting Fortnite players who just push, or Rust players to press W all fucking day. I loved my friend Smithy because he just didn't think like anybody else did. He was like, no, we can do this. And I'm like, what do you mean you can do this? We got 14 fucking people and they've surrounded us. And he's like, no, we have 2 crossbows. We can do this. And I'm like, what? And he's like, no, we can do this. And I'm like, all right. And then we did it. We killed 13 people. 4 of them had a SAR. 4 of them had SARs. And we did it. We killed 13 people with 2 crossbows. It was my favorite kill almost favorite kill in all of Rust. And I remember that fight. And he was like, you have a barrier. I remember him telling me, he's like, you believe that you can't do it, Cat. He told me right to my face. He was like, you believe that you can't do it, and that is your problem. And he's a Fortnite regional champion. He's an amazing gamer, one of the better gamers I ever met. And he told me once, he was like, you just believe that these people are better than you. And I'm like, yeah, dude, they are. They have thousands of more hours than me. They play the maps more than me. I play 50 billion different games, and I don't master any of them. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. These people are better than me. And he's like, that's why you lose. If you tell yourself that they're better than you, they will win the fights. And I had to change that about myself. Now I'm like, I can win any fight. It doesn't matter what it is. If I wait and I calculate and I like some you can't win, but like overall, like any fight, I believe I can win. Any fight, real life or otherwise, I believe I can fight any boxer or something like that. Or I don't believe I could win against, say, like Mike Tyson or something, because he's been training for 10 years. But if you were to give me 5 or 10 years to train, I believe I could do that too. The same thing happened to fucking Joe. Like one of the reasons that Jake and Logan Paul are so fucking famous is because they can step in the fight they can step in the ring with Mike Tyson. They have the money, the training, the time, the inclination, the power, and probably the skill, frankly, to do that. Can they beat him? Probably not. But I mean, like, they can do that. They both can probably do that. And I feel that is the difference. Those boys conquered the barrier in their mind back when they were like 17 and shit. Everybody that I knew for like 13 fucking years past when I was like 18 or something, I used to really believe I could do anything at all when I was like a teenager and shit, right? But by 19, they're telling you, be more careful. They're gonna throw you in jail. You're not invincible. You're not youth anymore. You're getting older. You could crack your teeth, or you could fall out, or you could overdose, or all this other shit. And I began to realize that the barriers were always just told to me by other people, and I had just adopted them as gospel. That I couldn't be a successful drug dealer, that I couldn't sleep with a supermodel, that I couldn't sleep with 50 women, that I couldn't be a 400-pound man and get laid, that I couldn't get 500 wins in Fortnite. I hate shooters, right? Or anything like that. I'm an RPG guy. I don't like shooters. How the fuck did I get 600 wins in Fortnite or whatever it is? Well, I started realizing that, the barriers are in your own fucking mind, and honestly, other people's minds too. They'll come into the room and you can tell that they're doubting you, and you're like, wow, you sunk me before I even opened my mouth. This was an impossibility, this win, because you believe that I'm not capable of that win. So we didn't get it. And so now I believe, I fundamentally believe that a quadriplegic fucking blind man could beat Mike Tyson's ass given the right fucking, given the right fucking, given the right motivation, given the right training, given the right motivation. I firmly believe that a quadriplegic blind man can beat Mike Tyson's ass given the proper situation, the proper luck, the proper, proper training, proper time, whatever it is, whatever is necessary. I believe it to be true. There is no real fundamental difference between one thing and any other thing besides matter. That's it. And so now, like, you know, now I'm like, okay, so Seth fucks my mind. And I think, okay, what's the hardest thing that I can think of? And at that time, I was like, in gaming, what's the hardest thing that I can think of, right? And I was like, well, consistently pulling like 30 kills on Hanzo and not dying. I was like, I you know, I've been a good sniper on Battlefield and COD and stuff. I've been a good sniper. I'm a good sniper. I'm a level 50 battle class sniper on every single Battlefield game all the way to 4. But I am not a... Like, you know, I'm not a crack sniper that gets world famous or something like that. I just enjoy it. That's it. It's fun to me. I don't have to engage, you know. It's fun to me. I can laugh at them when they die. It's fun to me, you know. But I am not a world-class sniper in any way or fucking form, and I don't aspire to be. But I thought about what's the hardest thing that I can fucking do. You know, Seth has taught me now that Elden Ring isn't hard, and it's not. It's really not fucking hard. New World is not hard. Like, these games are not fucking hard. The barriers are in your mind. They've always been. So and they're really not. I'm here to tell you, they're not. These games are not fucking hard. I feel like if I were to put my mind to it, I could easily one-shot Elden Ring without ever dying. You know, if I were to actually put my mind to it. What's hard for me is I don't give two living shits about focusing on anything at all. My entire life is based around not focusing on anything. If the marijuana and the drugs and the constant talking across so many different fucking topics didn't clue you to this, you know. Haha, he tortured himself. I don't like Souls-likes anymore. I don't think they're hard. And I think they're a dime a dozen. And I think these people who follow pattern recognition came in from places like Fortnite and Valorant and Apex and CS:GO and Rust and shit like that. And they tried to tell themselves that through their pattern recognition they are good. And they tried to, and they got toxic and they started doing shit in Fortnite fucking communities like shucking and jiving and fucking bragging on a homie that they just killed or whatever. And I don't like that bragging. I don't think good martial arts people do either. I don't think good martial arts people like bragging. I don't think good warriors like bragging, you know? I'll brag all the time when I think it's going to improve my life and make my stream better and stuff, right? And it entertains you people, but I take no joy or any kind of like relish in it because I'm like, yeah, if I have to tell somebody that I'm better than them, I'm not better than them. You know? That's another thing. All the time I hear like people telling me how much I suck or whatever, or how much they're better than me or whatever. And like, you know, but I mean, if you have to tell somebody whether or not you are better than them or not, you are not better than them. If you drew yourself to that person at any given point and compared yourself to them, right? You are not better than them. You're just a different person. The only time you're better than them is if you just don't even take them into the equation. You have something else that you have your mind on, and you just perfectly fucking one-shot sweep them with like some no-scope 360 headshot or something like that, which is something I do in Fortnite a lot. I'll pull out crazy 360 no-scope headshots and shit when I don't even use scopes most of the time, you know? And I'll do shit like that to entertain people, and the reason that I do that is because like I try to challenge myself to prove that I can still do it, but I view that sort of stuff as incredibly disrespectful to your opponent, you know, trying to wipe out your opponent before they give you an actual fight is something that I have never had any taste for. And that is the current fucking meta, is to wipe somebody out with a headshot, triple or beam them before they ever even fire a shot at you. And I find that so disgusting in the design as well as the execution and the fucking pattern-based gameplay as opposed to adaptive based gameplay, right? So when you watch two martial arts grandmasters like you know, Bruce Lee and I don't know who did Bruce Lee fight that was famous? I can't remember, but you know, so Bruce Lee fighting some famous dude, I don't know, call it Jet Li. Bruce Lee versus Jet Li in a fantasy match, right? The first guy that tries to use a pattern to run a rotation on the other warrior will absolutely, fundamentally, 100% lose. And the problem with Jet Li and Bruce Lee is neither one of them is going to want to throw the first punch, right? That's the problem with true mastery. Neither one of them wants to win. Neither one of them wants to, because winning is this thing in some idiot's mind. Winning is not something winning is a construct in your mind, like most other things. It means nothing. If you let it get to your head, or you let your ego go better than the other person and stuff, you are not winning. Another part about it that I really fundamentally had to learn when I decided to get good through this weird Elden Ring journey, this weird that Elden Ring died for me today, because my journey to get good started with Elden Ring, and it started with Seth talking about why I was constantly dying in this game. And I came to this video frustrated one night, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I have died like 800 times today, and I have like 700,000 runes or something, and I've leveled like 14 times today or something like that, and it's been a successful day, but I have died 800 times because every single fucking mob in the game one-shots me, right? And I thought it was some kind of fucking, like skill thing. I thought it was that I needed to get good, but it wasn't that. It's that you're spec'd wrong. If you're spec'd wrong, you can't win.
Will consider this in the future, and later learn to recognize that the truest From Software...
Yeah, the truest From Software experience is adaptive gameplay with wretched rolls, with the worst weapons in the game, and the worst spells, and the worst items, and the least amount of flasks and stuff. And you're adaptive, and you fight like Bruce Lee, and you stand there in your fucking Bruce Lee dragon stance, and that's tight and fucked up. Like let's look at the Bruce Lee dragon stance. The dragon stance was fucked up, man. Like Bruce Lee dragon stance, right? It was like fucked up. Like he's ready to both offensively and defensively take you. See it? Like this stance right there. You see it? It's like very famous, right? He's ready to both offensively and defensively adapt to whatever the fuck you do. So his stance terrified people. It's called Dragon Style. It changed the world. It was fucking wonderful. I was a big fan of Bruce Lee because my best friend thought he was the greatest man who ever lived. And I believe that's close to true, but I believe Mahatma Gandhi to be the greatest man who ever lived, And so, and so to each his own, right? Each has different weapons. One was the mind, one was the fists, But really, both they had the same weapons. Bruce Lee his weapon was his mind. He was very clear about that. He was like, my true weapon is my mind. My fists are just the tools from which I get the victory, through which I get the whatever is considered to be the victory. And in Bruce Lee's mind, there is no victory. And in my mind, it's the exact same too. I don't know what winning and losing is, but it's not whatever the fuck you say it is. Winning is when you're having fun, I think. But winning is not whatever the number one is at the end of the fortnight when you're throwing the L at the loser or whatever because you do pattern recognition all day instead of getting good. And I don't know what winning and losing is, but it's not whatever the fuck your idiot ass thinks it is, It's something having to do with what your agreement with the universe is or something. I don't know what winning and losing is, but it is absolutely not some fucking lord it over somebody or win LW thing that the press W fucking no thought, no brain, small penis fucking just like press W culture does all day. And I'm sorry, you're particularly good at pattern recognition to the point where yeah, you're good at the game, yeah, but you're not skilled. You're good at the game somehow because you do 40,000 matches in the trial server and you're good at VR missions, you run trainers all the time and all this. But when it comes down to actually fighting an adaptive opponent, they run slipshod all the fuck over you like I do to my stalker and shit like that. Like I just run slipshod all over him every single time I've ever fucking seen him when he fundamentally believes that he's 110% better than me. I ran slipshod all over him every single fucking time, even though he's got the stream snipe almost every single time. There's a couple losses, but most of the time I just run slipshod all over him because I fundamentally believe that I should just slipshod run all over him every single time I see him. I just fundamentally believe that should be the case. I don't know about winning or losing or whatever numbers he's got in his head or anything like that. And I don't even like acknowledging him. It's just an interesting, example of like how some idiot might think how the of the methodology that some idiot might view the world through. But all it really is pattern recognition that doesn't make you a better player. And so now you can see them drop the bomb every time. They're like, I got gold on UKN or something something like that. Or I'm a god on UKN, or I'm a god on Valorant, I'm a god on Fortnite, or whatever. They'll quote some game that they played for way too fucking long, that they know every inch of every match, that they, you know? And I'm sorry, but when it comes down to a new game, I'm gonna fucking wipe the fucking floor with you. Without your pattern recognition, you don't know anything at all. You haven't been doing games for 30 fucking some odd years or whatever, you know? And so, and I believe this to be true, and that is, to me, winning. Like, the only win that I know of is believing that you're gonna win. That's the closest to a win that I've ever got. When I slept with the most beautiful woman on the fucking planet, in my estimation, not anybody else's, just mine, but I believe that I believe in my heart and soul that I slept with the most beautiful, most wonderful woman on the fucking planet. The day after, I was like, the only reason that I was able to do this is because I believed that I could do it. That was it. There was nothing to do. I was 400 pounds at the time or something like that. And it wasn't because I forced her or something like that or anything weird like that or creepy or shitty. It was because she just knew that I just believed fundamentally that I deserved someone beautiful like that I loved someone beautiful like that I loved her as much as I did. I took care of her and made sure she didn't suffer and stuff. And while I had a bad influence on her with drugs and stuff, that was her idea, not mine. And then I think all the time about how, yeah, I did end up touching a sweet piece of the best piece of heaven when I really didn't deserve it, and that to me is the win. You know, that's about as goddamn physical as I can get about winning. Winning to me is entirely in your fucking mind. If you think it's some numbers on a sports almanac or some numbers at the end of a match or some numbers at the end of a fucking bank statement or something like that, you are a fucking moron, and I don't think you deserve that money.
A lobotomite run where
you know? So yeah, and so like the more you challenge yourself into being this adaptive Bruce Lee personality who watches things and waits for some opening and then uses them, and occasionally you feel like just straight up, you know, occasionally I'll just diss somebody on Fortnite and I'll actually use my heavy sniper rifle, but most of the time I avoid using my heavy sniper rifle because I'm actually sort of famous for it. I'll fucking hit you with that heavy sniper rifle from fucking 310 meters because I come from Rust where I can ball to you from 310 meters. So I spent 3 years fucking baltying people from 300 fucking meters. So then when I went to fucking Fortnite, I'm pretty famous for putting a heavy fucking sniper right in your fucking dome from across the goddamn arena. You know, pretty famous for that actually. So I don't do it anymore because it makes me predictable. It makes me stupid. It makes me press W, all gas, no brakes. I very seldom pull a sniper rifle anymore. I very seldom camp. All these things that makes you predictable. That is what I am trying to change in my own personal style all the fucking time.
We perform a frontal lobotomy.
Difficulty is in your brain. The barriers are in your brain. If you think you won't sleep with the girl or the boy, you won't. If you put it out to the universe that you will have everything this life has to offer that is good, it will happen. If you put it out to the universe that you want to go hurt somebody really like a lot, that's what's going to happen. Both you and them. I know I can speak from fucking, you know, from first-hand experience and shit. So... You know, so like, you know, it's all in the mind. You know, the Beatles said in the Yellow Submarine, it's all in the mind. You know, it's all in the mind. And I had a glimpse of it when I was like 24, when I became a Beatlemaniac. I got a little glimpse of what I'm talking about when John Lennon said it's all in the mind on Yellow Submarine. And I was like, what do you mean it's all in the mind? You know, and then I caught another glimpse of it from Trent Reznor when I was like 27, when he wrote my favorite song of all time, Right Where It Belongs. Right? I love these are my favorite lyrics of all time of any song, right? And he's like, see the animal in the cage that you built. Are you sure what side you're on? Better not look him too closely in the eye. Are you sure what side of the glass that you were on? See the safety of the life you have built, everything where it belongs, right? And this is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about, is pattern recognition, right? You believe that because you got a college job, because you went to college and you married your high school sweetheart and you have 2.3 kids, that you're going to have a good suburban lifestyle, but you actually might be living in a Walmart parking lot in a minivan with your kids, you know? See the safety of the life that you built? Yeah, that's pattern recognition. You believe that everything was going to be okay. You believe that the government was going to be okay and wasn't going to hurt you. You believed that, you know, that the political parties were actually representing you. You believed in something, I guarantee it. And you see the safety of the life that you built with pattern recognition as it all falls apart, as it's all chaos anyways. And so I you know, if I respect you, It's going to be somebody like Ninja, because the man is an agent of goddamn chaos. He pushes you like a demon every single time because he invented the all gas no brakes thing so he could get rich. I guarantee it. If he didn't want to press you, he wouldn't. You know, if Ninja didn't want to push you, he wouldn't. You know. So let's look at Ninja's best plays. You're gonna see, you know, Fortnite best moments and stuff, right?
We want to squat it.
Right. He sells this image, right? So he pushes all gas, no brakes to the idiots who he knows only respect pattern recognition all day. While he doesn't do any pattern recognition. He writes the patterns. He doesn't recognize patterns. He wrote them. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking difference between you, him, and me. Like a lot, you know? It's a big fucking difference. He gets to dance. He deserves it because he didn't do pattern recognition to get this victory royale. He danced like Bruce Lee. He wrote the fucking he wrote his own karate manual, you know? That's what I'm doing with my career and my shit. I am writing my own goddamn karate manual every single fucking day. Every sentence that I write, that I speak is another sentence that I'm writing, right? Where I write another like fucking, another page or another fucking chapter in my own goddamn karate manual. I don't care what your governments say. I don't care what your money is. I don't care what people say you can or can't do. There is no try. There is only do, you know? So, and I've caught glimpses of this my entire fucking life, little glimpses of it. But what really sank it for me, what really fucking changed it, is what Seth is fucking saying right here, right? I'm gonna repeat it. I'm gonna be quiet and we're gonna listen to it, right? Furthermore, I genuinely believe that pattern recognition makes you a fucking cheater loser, and that's why you guys hack and cheat all day too. Once you're doing pattern recognition all day rather than actually evolving as a gamer, you might as well fucking cheat too and go use aimbot, because that's all pattern recognition too. I'm sure fucking pattern recognition people love aimbot.
Is a form of cheating.
It's a form of cheating. It's like you played this. You read the book 15 times. You read the Boxcar Children 15 times, right? And now you know what happens in the third quarter 15 times. You've read it 15 times. You know what happens. So you really are probably an expert on what happened 3/4 of the way through the Boxcar Children novel, right? You're a really fucking good expert, right? That's like Ninja, but the difference is like he wrote the book. You read the book. I am writing this. I am not reading this, you know? I don't know how to act. I don't think anybody's doing what I'm doing. I don't know. So, I don't know. I don't know. Like a fucking, I don't know. Like fucking Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. I don't know. I don't think Ricky knew what he was doing when he was playing Ricky in Trailer Park Boys either. John Paul Tremblay, I think his name is, or JP Wells. I forget which one's which. But yeah, JP Wells or whatever. I am fairly fucking certain that the actor, John Tremblay, whatever his name is, who played Ricky on Trailer Park Boys had no idea who Ricky was when he started filming the first season. He had no idea. No actor does. But by the second season, Ricky is so fucking pronounced that he's my favorite fucking character. Well, no, my favorite character is Jesse Pinkman, because he was pronounced too. But I mean, the most pronounced, colorful character on television, I believe, is Jesse Pinkman. But then right after him is Trailer Park Boys with Ricky. And then right after him is, Ron Swanson from, No, actually it would be Dwight. I believe it's Dwight. Ron Swanson and Dwight are the same person, basically. I believe Dwight is actually like the most unique person on television, sort of, because almost nobody will admit to being like Dwight, except for Dwight. But then Dwight made being nerd cool. Dwight Schrute changed the world for me. Without Dwight Schrute, I want to watch a video that I really love. It's Billie Eilish meeting the actor who plays Dwight Schrute. I can't remember the name of the actor, right? But Billie meets Dwight. This is one of my favorite fucking videos of all time, right? And it shows like that Billie knew more about The Office than Dwight did, and Dwight was an actor in The Office, right? And so yeah, Dwight wrote Dwight, but Billie knew, like me, Billie knew everything that Dwight ever did. Every episode, I know it too. I watched The Office like 35 times, like Billie Eilish. I thought I actually have something really in common, except for age. I'm too old for Billie Eilish, but I was like, man, I'm autistic like you. I really love The Office. I watched it so many times, right?
The Chili's tonight.
Oh, I found God in the Chili's. It's Michael at the Chili's. It's what episode it is? No, it's I found God in the Chili's tonight. That's Michael, isn't it? It's Michael. It's Pam. It was Pam. That's Pam. Damn it, she's better than me.
It's Office 101.
Damn it, that's hard. That's a hard question. I thought that was Michael in the Chili's. I mean, Michael was the main person in the Chili's. Yeah, I love this fucking video, and it's proof that... But the difference is, right? You guys are her... You're reading the books. You are doing pattern recognition. You are watching all of the other gamers and streamers and stuff, and you are building your styles off them. My advice to you is to not do that. Build your own fucking style. Be different. Be the Sigma or whatever the fuck weird, stupid, you know, right-wing toxic bullshit that we're engaged in right now or whatever. Be the Sigma or whatever your weird fucking, you know, categorizations need to be. But I need you to do your own thinking most of the time. And like her style is to watch it so many times that she knew The Office inside and out, right? She's the people who emulate Ninja. He was the one who created Dwight. There's a difference. They're both wonderful people. Now, could he sing Bury a Friend or you know, my favorite one is 6 Feet Under? Right? Could he sing 6 Feet Under? No, right? So they're both super good at what they do, and he probably studied her just as much as she studied him, right? So, but the difference is he wrote the character, she read it. That's the difference. Like, there's a big difference between pattern recognition and the guy writing the patterns. That's what I was trying to get at.
Hey everybody, it's me, Rainn Wilson, and I've been wandering around suburban Los Angeles at this very house because I hear that inside is the world's #1 Office fan. Come on, America. Let's see what happens. It's apparently a young man named Billy. Slow to answer the door. Disrespectful.
Kind of disrespectful.
How are you?
I'm so good.
Oh, this was probably so special for her. It would be like if I met her, you know, or him. You know, I met one of my greatest heroes one time. I could tell the story, but it's too long. But I met the lead singer of Local H, a guy named Scott Lucas. When he was young, he looked like this, Scott Lucas. And meeting Scott Lucas was like a religious moment for me. This man, I have so much respect for him. He didn't descend into the heroin madness. He was a grunge singer. He was better than Kurt Cobain, in my opinion. He was so good. He wrote like 13 albums, and all of them went platinum. He was a living fucking grunge god. But he comes from a small town called Zion, Illinois. I even know where he comes from. He was such a big influence on me. And I love Scott Lucas because he was the grunge rock heroin singer who didn't die. You know, he didn't get into the scene. He wasn't pushing needles when he was famous. He wasn't fucking around. He cut so many goddamn albums that changed my life, changed my friend's life. And so I saw him at the Ogden Theater in Denver one day. And I went to go ask the guy at the front if I could go get an autograph of the lead singer of Local H. And he's like, oh, you like Local H, huh? And I was like, yeah, I really, really like the lead singer of Local H. His name is Scott Lucas. And I wondered if I could go get his autograph and stuff. He's like, oh, you like Scott Lucas, huh? And I was like, yeah, he's my greatest hero. And I was tripping acid. I had 5 hits when I went to the Everclear Local H and Filter show at the Ogden in 2016 or something like that, right? And we tripped like 3 or 4 hits of acid. All my inner circle did, and we watched Filter and Local H and Everclear play, and we were tripping acid, right? I was tripping acid, and I just asked the guy handing out merchandise at the front where I could get an autograph from Scott Lucas, because I was so high I didn't even think that might be presumptive or something like that or anything like that. I was just so high I wanted to meet my favorite singer. You know what? He's not my favorite singer, but he was at that time. He was my favorite singer at that time. He definitely was. And so he was like, "Oh, you like Scott Lucas, right?" And I'll never forget it. He leans over and turns around, and he leans over and he grabs a piece of paper and he starts writing. And he hands it to me, and he shakes his hand. He says, "Hey, man, I'm Scott." And I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" And I shake his hand, and I I was gobsmacked. I just started gushing at him. I was like, I love your bands. I love all three of these bands, and they're my favorite bands. And all three of you played in the same show on the same night. And I want to tell you that this is the greatest night of my life. And I can't believe I'm meeting you. Thank you. And I shook his hand. I was like, your album, Bound for the Floor. I must have listened to it 45,000 times or something. Your album, Bound for the Floor, got me through the 8th grade when I failed the 8th grade and my parents' divorce and all that. And he was like, and I told him, I was like, you're my greatest hero and all that. And he says, nice to meet you. And I said, thank you. You know, people like you. And I thought for a second. I sat and I thought for a second before I said what I said next. I said, people like you make life worth living. And he hands me this piece of paper with a flyer from the show, and on it, I never forget. I had it for 13 years until the man who tried to kill me stole everything I owned, and it said, "Hi, hello, I'm Sko," and he wrote it like this. Like, I'll pull the paint. I'll forget. You know, he said he wrote like, "Hi. Hello." I'll never forget. This is exactly how he wrote it too. I'm Sko. Right? I'll never forget it. He said, I'm Sko, and then he just like does this with the end of it. And I had that signature on my fucking wall. I think he did an exclamation point too, if I remember, right? He did exclamation point here and exclamation point here. And I met one of my favorite singers, and that moment stuck with me for a long time, because I didn't know who he was when I was talking to him. He could have just been anybody. He was just a normal dude. You can tell from the picture, this guy wasn't doing the whole rock star thing. He wasn't doing the heroin chic thing. I mean, he kind of was, but he wasn't really adopting it. He was a very angry young man when he got famous. He was like 20 or something like that. Now he's only like maybe 15 years older than me or something like that. I would like to talk to him about this moment one time, because it was really important for me. And I really loved his drummer. His drummer is black, and he's the best. I believe his drummer to be the greatest drummer who ever lived. His name is Joe Daniels. I don't know if you'll get a picture of him, because he probably was nervous about pictures, I think. But yeah, Joseph William Daniels is, to me, the greatest living drummer. He's the drummer from Local H. And, well, not greatest living, but he's, to me, the greatest grunge rock drummer alive. And he did it all from the underground scene. They did their shit from the underground. They got famous from the underground. They were not on the radio. They had one hit wonder song called learned all my lessons before now. Remember the consequence, because you just don't get it, keep it copacetic, and you just don't get it, keep it copacetic. I can't think of the name of the fucking song right now, but Local H videos will pop it. And I also want to watch some more of this video real quick, but yeah, so I'm all over the place, but I know this moment. It happened to me once. And I know this moment, somebody that you really respect and really revere. It's so nice to meet you. And I only ever did meet. I met several celebrities, but in one of them I really did. I met another one who I really love too. I forget his name. But, no, I don't. His name is The Gift of Gab. He was the lead singer of Blackalicious, and I picked him up out here when I was driving taxi and brought him to his own show. And he was like, yeah, you like Blackalicious? And I was like, yeah, I fucking love Blackalicious. Something Arrow. I forget the name of the album. It's Broken Arrow, I think. Broken Arrow fucking changed my crew. And he was like, you like Broken Arrow? And I was like, yeah, Broken Arrow fucking changed the west side of Denver. I found Broken Arrow from a friend of mine, and I started playing it for all my friends, and then for a while Blackalicious took over Denver, and he started laughing, and he was like, yeah, I think I remember that period. And he was like, yeah, man, I remember Denver was huge on us. I was like, yeah, man, Blackalicious changed our scene. I loved The Gift of Gab. He was famous for doing entire songs in one letter. He would be like, Lovelace, la 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 la, and ma 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 ma, and I can't even remember all the fucking lyrics and stuff, but he would like do entire alphabet songs with just entire words of just one single letter, except it was all rap flow. It was insane. He was such a gifted MC. I met him. He was interesting. I met I think that's it. And I have a friend who has dated Steven Tyler's daughter.
Going straight in for a hug. That's fantastic.
I heard you were
And not Liv Tyler, different daughter.
an Office fan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little big bit.
You've seen the show once or twice?
Well,
This guy dated Steven Tyler's daughter. One of my best friends. Gotta find him in the cult of personality here. Hold on. Or I can just find it really fast because I have it bookmarked, right? Yeah, Water Hemlock, right? This guy, Jed Gallagher, he dated Steven Tyler's daughter. No lie, no cap. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
times now.
12 times.
Yes.
Is this where you watch The Office, or do you watch
No,
it like on your...
I actually watch it on my phone. Like, as soon as I wake up and when I brush my teeth.
Yeah, me too. I did that for 7 years. I would put on The Office the minute that I woke up. The minute I was going to bed.
I go to the bathroom when I take baths and shit.
Yep. Something about The Office, because it never gets ever totally maudlin or sad. It never gets super ecstatic and over the top, although it does have some moments and stuff. And it just runs this heady, steady keel for all 13, or no, I'm sorry, is it 9? I think it's 9 seasons. I'm sorry, I get all the shows mixed up, but yeah, like 9 of the best seasons I've ever seen. Well, no, I'm sorry. When Michael Scott leaves, The Office got really shitty, but it still was an entertaining show to watch, you know? And I liked all the people that they got to replace him, except for Ron Burgundy. I don't like him at all.
Minute. You watch The Office when you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I do.
So you're pooping and you're watching
Literally
me.
taking dumps, watching
That is disgusting.
This is my room. You don't have to come in or whatever you want, but there's this.
Oh my God, look at that. Maybe she is the biggest Office fan in the world.
Get the fuck out.
We'll find out.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billie Eyelash.
She's probably so tired of that.
William Eyelash. I hear you're a pretty big Office fan. Bring it. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to ask you some questions, some trivia questions, and then some quotes, and we'll see how well you do. Here we go. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a tough one.
Go.
I think I'm going to stump you.
Go.
What was Nellie's ex-boyfriend's job?
Nellie's ex-boyfriend's job. I don't remember.
Repeat the question.
No.
Yeah, go. So see, okay, listen. No, listen. Because I don't get nervous, and I'm nervous right now.
I'm nervous right
And
now.
I forgot the name Nelly
Okay.
is Nelly. So I'm thinking, I knew that though. See, I'm blanking. See, okay, wait, hold on, wait. I can't.
You need to
look at
take some deep
no,
breaths
ask
or
me,
something?
Ask me another question. I can't look at you. Ask me another question. I knew
No,
that.
but part of the challenge is
But
you
I
have to
knew
look.
She does know it. She knows it.
Part of the challenge
But I'm
is
nervous.
that I'm so intimidated.
She's not, you know.
You have to keep.
Okay,
You have to
I can
look
do
at
it.
me.
Bitch, I'm strong.
Okay.
Go.
Go.
Fuck. Why did I? Okay, I'm nervous.
What does Michael order while out with the insurance selling?
I want a burger, hold the bun.
Oh.
Italian dish.
Yes.
Oh, I want spaghetti, but hold the meatball. Or no, I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, gabagool.
Yeah,
Gabagool, very good.
yes, Very
Gabagool.
good. What is the name of the charity 5?
No, I need to watch The Office again. I'm rusty. My brain has holes in it. It's the the charity fun run, the charity fun run for rabies awareness. The charity fun run for rabies awareness.
Fun Run, the staff run-in. What is the full name?
Full name.
Fuck, I fucked it up because I didn't know he wanted the full name, but it's to raise awareness for
Oh my God.
I don't think I could do this specific.
Oh my God. I know it has fun run race for the cure, right? That's the end.
That's right.
'Kay.
Good. Yep.
The
You got the last
The
6
Michael
words.
Scott,
Good. Name of the paper company.
Dunder Mifflin,
Yep. And then it's the city.
Scranton,
Yep. And then it's the woman who has rabies.
Meredith Palmer,
Memorial.
Memorial. Rabies. She didn't remember rabies, and I did.
Memorial.
I remember rabies, didn't I?
Okay, so
Celebrity.
the Michael Scott, Dunder Mifflin, Scranton,
Scranton.
Meredith Palmer.
Celebrity.
Well, you. Yeah, I mean, she's more famous than him now.
Is that part of it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Celebrity?
Mm-hmm. And then the disease.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Rabies awareness. Pro-am.
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 And then
Race.
fun.
Fun run race for the cure.
Okay, good.
Wow,
I'm gonna give that to you. That was a tough one. What is Toby's daughter's name?
Elizabeth?
Sasha.
Sasha. Fox. Sasha.
Good. Wow. When Dwight accidentally kills Angela's cat, what are the names of A, the original cat,
Oh,
and 2,
these are hard.
replacement cat?
The replacement cat's name is
Garbage.
Yes.
The original
Garbage.
cat's name is Sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Very nice.
Sprinkles. I don't want garbage. I want sprinkles.
Very good.
I didn't remember. See, my brain's full of holes.
When we all sleep, where do we go?
That's you have to answer that one.
What is the preferred pizza place among the office?
There's a big difference between Tony's or
Staff.
Ooh.
oh wait, office staff. Never mind, I don't
So
remember.
it's-
Alfredo's Pizza Cafe. Damn it.
Either Alfredo's Pizza Cafe
That's it.
or Pizza by Alfredo.
Pizza by Alfredo. There's a big difference.
What is Jan's candle company called?
Fuck. I can't remember.
Serenity by Jen.
Serenity. Damn it.
Oh,
Oh, she's good.
this is good. What is Princess Unicorn's catch
Her horn pierces the sky.
phrase?
My horn can pierce the sky.
Andy, Daryl, and Kevin play what board game during Kevin's garage sale?
Andy, Daryl, and Kevin play what court? I don't know.
Dallas.
Dallas, that's right. Fuck, I should have known.
She's good. She's good. What is the name of Michael Scarn's robot butler in Threat Level Midnight?
Oh my god, that's so crazy that you're asking me these things. His robot butler, Samuel
Good.
Very good.
L. Chang.
Samuel L. Chang, I didn't remember. How does she do that? She's autistic. I know, I do not have a good memory.
Nuts.
Nope.
What celebrity do the
That's hard.
office staff debate over being hot?
I love her. It's Million Dollar Baby, and it was oh god, what's her fucking name? I can't think of her fucking name. Million Dollar Baby. Well, they'll remember. I can't remember, but it's the girl who played Million Dollar Baby. I can I can pull the name. I can think of the face, but I can't think of the fucking name. What's her name? See, I have holes in my brain. I have the knowledge. I just don't remember. I don't have the name. What's her name? Million Dollar Baby was 2000. Who was Hillary Swank? Hillary Swank. I want to prove that I knew it. Right? I want to prove that I knew it. I knew the answer. I know the answer. It's Hillary Swank. I just couldn't remember the name.
Sorry. Wait, no.
Language, young lady.
I know who it is. Oh my god.
Office fans right now are
Stop. I know what it is
groaning
though.
with disgust at you.
No, but I know it
right
though.
now.
But the name I'm bad with like the name.
I knew it, but I only knew her face. I couldn't think of her name because I always struggle with names. I don't remember people's names. It's one of my bad autism things. Hillary Swank.
Boys don't cry.
Million Dollar Baby.
This is embarrassing. I know
Million Dollar Baby. See,
I don't even know.
she can't remember the name either because she's autistic too. She's got probably the same stuff.
who it is. I only know it from The Office.
Yeah, I know. Like I only know it from The Office. I don't know Hillary Swank, and I only watched Million Dollar Baby once when I was like super fucking drunk, and I don't remember the movie at all. I remember she breaks her neck, I think, doesn't she? But that's all. And I hope that wasn't a spoiler. But yeah, like she breaks her neck at the end, I think.
That's why it's hard though.
Well, I'm going to tell Hillary Swank that you don't.
Hillary Swank.
She is.
Fuck! Oh, for fuck's sake. Damn.
Before we go to the quotes, I just want to ask, what song did you write for Dwight? Was it Ocean Eyes or Bad Boy?
I said bad boy. Ocean Eyes.
True. Correct. You're
Thank you.
correct.
I know.
Here's
I
a
love Ocean Eyes.
quote from The Office. You tell me which character said this. I'm not going to do the voice. Do a flat voice. I have been trying to get on jury duty every year since I
That is
was 18 years old to get and go
Stanley.
Stanley.
Do I regret this? No. I believe his tissue has made me stronger. Now I have the strength of a grown man. And
Dwight.
the worst thing about prison was the Dementors.
Michael.
Michael Scott. Yeah, I was like, I think that's Michael, but I can't remember. I don't want to say.
And what character? Michael's.
Oh, Prison Mike.
Prison Mike.
Sometimes I feel like everyone I work with is an idiot.
Kevin.
I haven't had so much fun since seeing Zooey Dish Channel at the
Zooey Dish Channel.
Coachella Music Festival.
I know, right? I don't know her either.
Rilla.
I haven't proposed to anyone in years.
Oh my god.
Sad. That's a tough one.
I know, but
Who? I haven't proposed to anyone in years. I don't know.
I
I
know the
don't
line
know.
so well.
I know the line, but I don't know who it is. It.
Show.
It's Michael Scott.
I haven't proposed to anyone in years.
Was it Andy?
Yes.
Andy.
You know, a
Damn.
human can go on living 7 hours after being decapitated.
Creed.
Creed.
Very good.
Oh.
And then you correct him. You said you're thinking of a chicken.
You're thinking of a chicken.
What did I say?
You're thinking of a chicken. You're thinking of a chicken.
You want to go on with the scene? You want to do that? I ground up 4 extra strength aspirin and put them in Michael's pudding.
Michael's pudding.
I do the same thing with my
Ryan.
Dog Ryan.
To get him to think his heart one to sing.
saddle shoes with denim. I will literally call Child Protective
Services. Saddle
Oscar.
shoes with denim.
A few years ago, my family was on a safari in Africa,
Saddle shoes with denim.
and my cousin Mufasa
And my cousin Mufasa.
to death by a pack
Ryan.
of wildebeest.
Ryan. My cousin Mufasa.
People underestimate the power of nostalgia. Nostalgia is truly one of the great weaknesses, second only
To the neck. To the neck.
Dwight Schrute.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you know what?
It was good. So yeah, hey, thank you, Billboard, for the excellent content from my stream. I've always really liked this video. I've watched it like 6 times. I love both these people. They're fucking awesome. So now watch how he plays. I used to do this a lot on my stream. I used to slow down Ninja to prove that he's not like the people who watch him. He's not. He's never been.
Fabulous event. And sometimes bloom is not your favorite and you actually have to aim.
What? Oh! What? My god damn it, I want to see that again. Oh my god. I've had some shots like this. They always surprise you. You're like, what? I hit him? Oh my god, I hit him! like see it, like, oh my god, I actually hit him. I don't even think he expected it. He's surprised by it. I don't think I was either. I was not expecting. I was in you can't see the guy. You can't see the head. What? No. No way this hits. You can't even see. Oh, well. Never mind. You can absolutely see him. Never mind. No, this is actually not that hard of a shot, believe it or not. Yeah, no, that was a really hard fucking shot. How he hit this is insane. He's just like, you know, taking the shot. I learned fundamentally to take the shot always and light up and let them know. Most of the time, let them know you're there, because I actually started hitting a lot of them, you know? Actually start hitting. If you actually try, you can hit him. Oh my god! How did you hit this? This is such a bad shot. The guy is not visible. There's like a speck of some pixels of his stupid ass soon-to-be dead head. But like, how did you hit this shot? Like what? No, this shot not. It's a bullshit shot. The guy's head is not even showing. What? Because he jumped into it is why. He was like assuming the guy was gonna jump, and he waited for the timing. And the guy just jumped into it. It's a fluke shot, but the guy actually jumped into it. It was impossible to actually hit him, you know? The kid moved his head into the shot. Oh, I can't believe it.
My God!
What? I used to hate his sniping. I used to be so inspired by it. I was like, Jesus Christ, how did you hit that? So no, look, he is not all gas. Look at him. He's not all gas. He's almost not like that. He's not like that. Now, when there's a target and he can kill them, he's all gas, no brakes. But he is not a pusher. Look at this. These guys hang around. I learned my style from him, I would say. Like, you know, hang around. You can maybe move a couple of the rooftops and stuff, but you don't need to move much. I see all the all-gas people, they're like, oh my god, I spotted that guy down the road and around the corner, and I think he popped his head out of the bush. I'm going to get in this car and I go, whew, down the road and pull hard right, ditch the car into the bush and shotgun him, right? But no, if you just kind of stay there, everybody comes. Everybody kind of comes to you.
I just heard something.
There, see, he doesn't need to hunt anybody or press W or go creeping around like some kind of crazy little raptor, aggressive fucking, you know, some kind of bird of prey or something. He doesn't need to do that. It's not necessary, you know? He doesn't do that. I've never, and I was like, well, okay, I don't have to push people all the time, huh? I learned it from him directly. I, like, watched him enough to know you don't have to push people all the time. The all-gas idiots, they just keep coming. Yep. See, like this. They just keep coming like this. They're angry, thirsty, and aggressive. Something in their own personal lives or something. I don't know what it is. But see, all he has to do is put up a wall, right? They have to get around the wall, get in, all this other stuff. Like, he doesn't have to do much except react. The other guy stalked him hard for like 45 seconds and stuff and pushed him in the box. And I'm sorry, but like look at how little amount of work he actually has to do to end this. See it? Yep. It was like he like jumped off, he like jumped up, jumped out, and ended it. Right? There was no, I mean, he did push him, but he didn't push aggressive. Yeah, how'd you do that? It was insane. You just crit a 72. Lucky. He shouldn't have died. I remember old Fortnite. Old Fortnite was so much more fun. You would catch these like 78s that you really didn't expect, and you're like, what? I hit this guy in the fucking knee or something, and I pulled a 78, and he's out now. You know? They're like, I miss old Fortnite. It's way too fucking, like, they measure it way too much now. They're like way too careful because they have all this money at stake, you know? But the damage, I think the damage used to be better. I miss Fortnite, but I can't play it all the time because he jaded an entire couple of generations of dudes to act like thirsty men all the time and press hard all the time, and I don't like that energy. It's frankly gross. It makes me feel like I'm a woman and they're a thirsty dude. It's really fucking weird. It's creeper and it's dumb. Like, look, he doesn't do this to them. He doesn't go chasing some dude all creeper, like coming up all super slidey. He does when he's like taking a monument, but he doesn't fuck around with like pushing all gas, no brakes. He never did, you know?
You won.
He usually sits on some peak and waits for somebody to come, you know?
This thing is nuts.
And I learned. I was like, fucking shotgun monkeys are on their long, hard road to the fucking middle while they tell you how much better they are than you. But you stomp them every time you see them. You know?
This thing is nuts, dude.
Oh, hang on.
Like, what? What are you doing? I knew immediately it was something fucked up. Like,
Oh my god!
Oh!
Yo,
He's down there.
I got him. Disco! Headshot!
do you see how, like, he's not sprint pushing, you know? He's not like angry up the ramp to the fucking roof and then spraying you all super angry and shit. It's more like this like kind of like rhythmic, elegant dancing to get close enough to kill you. That's it. And I don't know, like it's a little different. He's not interested in running or anything. You know?
Oh my god!
Yeah. I miss old Ninja.
Be sure to like and retweet.
Yep.
That was so good.
Yep.
Three, two, one. Good night.
Oh! I mean, he was predictable. I can't believe you called it, though. I can't believe you knew. I get like that certainty. I've never had that certainty. It must be nice to be 22. I mean, I did. I had the certainty when I was the lead singer. I went up and staged in front of 5,000 people. No hesitation, no problem. But like fucking, I had it when I was a singer, but I never had it in the games. I don't have that certainty. I always think it's like this 50-50 thing. But he knew this guy had no chance. He can see him standing there as Y. So yeah, I mean, really, you can see the head and everything. You can see the guy's head. This is a dead target. I probably would have killed him in one shot too. But the problem is, I don't think I could brag about it first ever. Wow.
3, 2, 1. Good night.
Wow. What?
Yeah, look. Why you moved last second, man? That was
Bullshit.
clean.
Ha ha ha!
Shot 276, longest snipe. Record it. So let's go. You stay right there, you beautiful, delicate creature. Oh, just what I needed. A little bit of shit to take me over the top. Okay, Monsieur Bush, I am on my way. Let's do this. Careful. No, the delicate Bush. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, closer. Okay. Yes, we must, get rid of the rock. Good call. Okay, here I come. No, please. You are so delicious and delicate. I want your juices. Please do not kill me. No, relax, Bush. Please, you're in a wonderful, safe place. Okay. Oh my God! Holy fuck! Hey, man, he's going to kill me, man. Oh my God! You're a monster.
But the guy wasn't good. I mean, he wasn't good. He spent 45 seconds not firing a shot at this asshole. You know? The guy was not good.
Pull.
Oh! Those shots I love. I love the fucking revolver.
Pull.
Go, bitch! Bam! Yeah! Woo! And pen stopping all the time. Oh, you keep logging me out, but I don't really want to play any games today. I was planning to play Elden Ring, and you fucking fucked me. So now I'm just doing React content all day because you fucked me on the DLC.
Don't worry, he'll never see me here. Yeah.
What?
Lil Enas. Back to
I mean, they're so bad though.
Such mastery of the Enassery. It's like it was always meant to be. No, kill me, please, go to the storm. dude. I was going to let you win. Pull out your bow and shoot me something, please.
Well, you pushed him all clown, though, and you didn't even fire a shot. What the fuck is he supposed to do? You can see it from your point of view, but you can't see it from his. Because you probably never really were like that. You probably were never bad. You can't see it from his point of view. He's bad. And you confused him and didn't shoot him. So he just started running, you know? I mean, this reality is very weird for him. It's probably not for you, but it is for him. You know? He's not used to people just standing there. Come on. It's like you guys need to lord it over other people. And I mean, that's where the money is. But it also sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I mean, I'm not a hater. Good grats on you. Good job. But the hate, like some of the hate was unnecessary. Like that trolling that guy isn't really necessary.
He gets an RPG. Oh my god, he gets an RPG. He gets a fucking RPG. Holy shit. He gets a fucking RPG. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Holy shit. Every time they light it. It's an RPG.
I mean, you pushed him fucking hard. I mean, are you surprised? Oh!
He gets an RPG. Oh my god, he gets an RPG. He gets a fucking RPG. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, he was like going for it and he got it too. Oh my god, how did that guy pull a rocket launcher out of his fucking ass like that? If he had the rocket launcher before, he would have killed Tifu a lot before. But I mean, he pulled that rocket launcher a second before he killed him. He got an RPG from the loot. Oh my god, it would blow my mind too. That's like the RNG. See, Fortnite's funny. Sometimes the fucking chests will even screw you. The guys, the chest that the guy gets will screw you over. He'll pick up like suddenly a machine gun or something. You're like, oh no, we're both out of mag, and he just got a fresh weapon. What? And that's just him opening the chest or whatever. You know, like Fortnite's funny like that. Yeah. Holy shit. Maybe I should be playing Fortnite. I can't seem to fucking focus on gaming today. The Elden Ring thing actually really left a nasty taste in my mouth today. I am thinking about it a lot. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I do not like my experience today. I'm unhappy. Well, I'm going to spend the $50 on something else. I just don't know what, you know? It's funny money, video game money, you know? So I'm going to like buy a game with it. I just don't know what. It's not fucking Elden Ring. I'm not going to get caught up in a Souls-like that treats me like that anymore. You know, I'm not going to play single-player games that don't respect my time. You know, they want to play another 100, 150 fucking hours just to get like, or whatever it is. It's like 50. I think I'd probably do it in like 10, probably 5 or 10, right? I'll have to readapt or whatever. I could probably do it in 5 or 10, but I don't. I bought the DLC so I could play Shadow of the Erdtree the day it fucking hit. You didn't warn me. You fucked me today. I'm never gonna forget this. Fuck you guys. I'm never gonna forget this. You fucked me. You fucked me good today. I'm never gonna fucking support you again. This fucked me. Like, I mean, it didn't fuck me. It's just it like. I don't know. It's leaving a really bad taste in my mouth. I've disliked some of your execution lately. You know? You're starting to look like Blizzard. You're starting to look like fucking Square. Oh, is Origins only $1 or something? Oh, it is. Look. I'll take that for $3. Sold. Yep. Done. Continue to payment, please. Dragon Age Ultimate for $3. Wait. I want to buy a gift too. I can't. Do I want Dragon Age Origins? I don't like that game. I know I don't. I don't think it's even worth $3. It sucks, but I mean, it sucks when my opinions actually come to the fore. And I learned that I've been lying about how much I actually dislike EA and fucking BioWare. But I will not give BioWare my fucking money. I'm sorry, but I will not. I hate BioWare. So, I mean, and I'm just going to live, you know, I'm going to live where my fucking convictions are. I'm going to start doing that. I've been trying to pretend that certain games are good. I'm sorry, but some games are really bad. $4.99 for Atoms. How many? Soul Mask for 30. I could buy Soul Mask, but it didn't do as well as they thought it would. Remove. I changed my mind. What else do you have? Oh, yeah, so I'm going to log out of 76. Oh, no, I need the daily. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Okay. So, I'll go play Fortnite. That seems like something I can stand to play right now. I really, didn't really feel like playing video games today. I wanted to play Elden Ring. When you fucking shat on my day with your terrible DLC execution, it really did kind of, sour me to video games today, kind of. Not only is your fucking mishandling and bungling kind of harmful, it also, kind of bums me out on other days, too. It's like, times that I'm not even playing your game, your fucking triple, quadruple anus execution will bum me out, you know? You bummed me out with this. This was a bad thing you did to me. You should have warned me to get fucking ready for the expansion. Fuck you. Fuck you. You should have warned me I was 100 hours away. How the fuck would I know that? I didn't make the expansion. You're a fucking asshole. No, there's nothing on sale. Is it the summer? Oh no, summer sales is 6 days, so I don't spend any money. I guess it's good that I guess I get to save the money. Oh, this month we're adding the seismic sensor, a new electricity powered deployable, and power to listen for the nearby explosions. Okay, that was June 6th. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I want to play some Fortnite, and I got off of 76, and I'm on E, but I'm not playing it. Shadow of the Redfield was good. File, save, 76 preps and stuff. Yeah, get rid of all that. I don't know. I don't really need to play Eve today. I've been playing so much Eve lately. I'm gonna just play Fortnite solo, I think, or only Fortnite. Oh shit! No, I have to go back. Damn it. See, I was afraid of this. I knew if I logged in, I'd have to do something. So annoying. Yeah, we're going home. Hey, we're going home. Hey, we're going home. We're going home. Hey, we're going home. Hey, we're going home. That's one of my songs. We're going home. We're going home. Hey, we're going home. We're going home. Hey, we're going home. We're going home. That's the whole song, by the way. Whole 3-minute fucking jam band punk song, fucking really loud, really hard. Hey, we're going home. Hey. Yeah, we're going out. Yeah, are we? Yeah. So, yeah, are you in the right loop? Or right route? Why is that moved? You're dumb. This was a 9.5 hour shift. We got a little bit more. I'm going to finish out with Fortnite here. It was not a gaming day because, wow, From Software kind of died for me today. This was not a good day for gaming. Jesus fucking Christ. Feels like that day that I fucking, deep dived Dragon's Dogma 2 when Force Gaming was playing it. I told, 3,000 people that the game was locked at 60 FPS, and all of them were pissed. All of them were like, what? And he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, go Google. And they're like, he's right. I was like, I'm not here to try to, make anybody angry or pissed at me and stuff, but why they would lock this game to 60 FPS and for the PC Master Race is beyond me, you know? And I forgot about that. I used to be bad. I used to be willing to accept 60 FPS. I am not bad anymore. I'm sorry. 60 FPS is for 2004.
Autopilot engaged.
Like, I'm sorry, but it is. I don't care what you think about it. 60 FPS sucks dick. Last time 60 FPS was like acceptable was like the PlayStation 1 or the Dreamcast or something like that. It's been a long fucking time.
Every time they lead it, not half the time it's not.
My God, that's terrible. Why did you permit that?
Bro, I have like 15 kills and I don't even think I've really gotten hit yet. Like, barely. Ah,
What do you mean you haven't got hit yet?
Fuck! I take it back. I take it back. Fuck.
Approaching.
What? What was that, you fucking clown? Oh my God. I hate build Fortnite. It's for idiots. Who the fuck plays shooters like that? I'm sorry.
Autopilot jumping.
Destroying the difficulty of the experience by compensatory adaptation. I hope that people consider this in the future and later learn to recognize that the truest From Software experience would be a lobotomite run, where prior to playing we perform a frontal lobotomy and sever your prefrontal cortex. Sometimes the only option you have to preserve the purity of your experience is brain damage. Multiplayer enhances the experience. Sometimes you'll see white phantoms briefly appear. These are players from other worlds going through their own journey. Once, I saw a white phantom appear, teabagging a dead NPC. In this moment, I knew I was playing a masterpiece. Messages in appraisal are exactly how...
Anyways, that was all I wanted to hear from that, was that moment about how difficulties in your brain, the barriers in your fucking brain and all this.
No, I copied Ludwig. I've never played Elden Ring in my life.
See the crazy eyes? See it?
I'm going to be doing this challenge. It is going to be extremely tough. Where did I even go? What?
Yep.
I do believe that I'm a really good gamer.
I do too. I've seen him play WoW. He's fine.
I think I can beat this within a few days.
Yeah, me too. I could beat it in a couple days if they didn't fuck me with 100 hours of fucking pre-work on my new game plus. I guess for beating the game, my reward is an extra 100 hours of work to beat the game again, so I can get some of the DLC I just bought. Fuck Elden Ring.
True.
What the fuck was that? That's the worst treatment I've almost ever received from the triple anus. What was that? I feel betrayed. I should do a video about it.
All right, let's play. The timer begins.
I don't want to be this complainer YouTube person. You know, I don't want to sit there and complain on YouTube videos all day. I want to do that on my stream.
Now.
Like, I'm sorry, I do want to sit and complain on my stream all day long. I don't want to make a concerted, edited video about how I got fucked by From Software after 18 years of loving them, like one of their biggest fans. Like, for instance, I was a consummate fucking Kingsfield 2 player, and any of my friends will tell you, I got witnesses for this and shit. I was a Kingsfield 2 nut, you know? I wouldn't stop playing it. And nobody knows what Kingsfield 2 even is. None of these little kids who are playing Elden Ring have any idea what Kingsfield is. I have been a From Software fan for a long fucking time. Like, I'm one of their older, deeper fans. I have deeply loved this game when it was way 20 years before it was cool to love them. This company, right? I loved this company. I universally loved this company when I was like 12 or 13. And let's see, I played Kingsfield 2 when I was 12, I think. Yeah, I was like 12 or 13, I think. Yeah, like 12 or 13. And I worshipped this game. I thought it was so fucking good. It changed my life, just like Demon Souls, just like Dark Souls, just like Bloodborne, just like Dark Souls 2. I didn't think Dark Souls 3 changed me, and I thought they were getting bad at that point. Dark Souls 3 I didn't like that much, and I really don't like fucking Sekiro that much. I can beat Sekiro, I've done it on stream, but I don't like Sekiro. No, I'm sorry. I did not beat Sekiro on stream. I went 3/4 of the way. I did not beat Sekiro on stream, though. I think I still got my save game on my D drive. It's all sitting there waiting. I'm like 2 bosses from the end. Yeah. Because I was like, well, what's the point? I hate bosses. The game's done for me the minute that they start boiling down to this last shitty boss fight, where I'm like, what the fuck does that prove? That you know, besides the achievement, right? And I did not think that Sekiro was good enough to buy. And if I'm honest about that, I didn't think Sekiro was good enough to buy. I really didn't. I thought, just like Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. I didn't buy Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. I beat them a bunch of times. I rented them and beat them. And I borrowed them from friends and stuff and all this. But I did not buy Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3 or fucking Demon Souls Remastered or Sekiro. I stole all of those. I torrented them. I didn't think they were good games, honestly. You know? Now, I think Kingsfield 1 and Kingsfield 2 were fucking revolutionary. I think Demon Souls was revolutionary. I think Dark Souls was revolutionary. I don't think Dark Souls 2 was good. I don't think 3 was good. I thought Bloodborne was revolutionary, and I think Bloodborne is their best title by far, still do. And I really miss Bloodborne, and I would put it in the rotation if I really didn't think that they weren't trying to, you know, do all the things that I wrote on the list right, like you know, lock the you know, stuff. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Kingsfield 2 was revolutionary. It was on the PlayStation 1. It was the first 3D first-person RPG I'd ever played. It was, you know, it was really genuinely fucking hard even today. It was really fucking big, and it was really slow to get through the world, as you can watch him walk. See how slow it is? And you get one shot by pretty much anything in the game. Everything in the game one-shots you, right? And I mean, I am a consummate fucking From Software fan. So when I say that I am extremely fucking disappointed by the fucking shadow of the fucking shitty Erd Tree, I'm not fucking kidding. I've been with this company for a long fucking time. Erd Tree pissed me off. I got a bee in my fucking bonnet about it. This fucking pissed me off. You fucked me with this From Software, and I guess I'll keep buying your products, I guess. But I'm very unhappy with you right now. I'm extremely unhappy. I've never been dissed by a video game company like I was today. I have never felt disrespected like I felt today. I have never felt disrespect from a video game. No, that's not true. There was one other time. Mortal 2, I felt disrespected day one, and I yelled about it for like 7 days, because when Mortal 2 launched, the servers were literally fucking down for 3 solid fucking weeks. And all 3 weeks, I sat in the fucking Discord, and I yelled with the other angry boomer nerds who were pissed off about the fact that we felt that we had been ripped off by $50, you know? And that was the worst time I've ever been disrespected by anybody. That was Mortal. I forgot all about that. Forgot all about it. But yeah, that was and I wrote a terrible 3-page report on my, 3-page fucking, 3-page like downvote on my fucking Steam page about that. Because I was like, Jesus Christ, that is the worst anybody has ever treated me. I buy your MMORPG and your servers are down for the first 3 solid fucking weeks. It still takes the cake. It's the worst debacle in the history of gaming. It's like literally, I hope he lives it up, but man, the worst debacle of all time was Henrik from fucking Mortal. It really was. It was the worst debacle of all time. Worse than Shadow of the Erd Tree. I cannot believe you released this game today with 0 fucking warning that I would need to be in a particular place in the game to get the DLC to start. I mean, that's how DLC always is, but I beat the game. I don't believe ever in the history of fucking gaming has it ever been where you beat the game, you can't play the DLC. What the fuck is that, From Software? Fuck you. I mean, I'm disrespected. I should put a fucking video up and get the 1 million hits off it. I should get 1 million hits off From Software fucking me over. You know what I'm saying? You fucked me over today, From Software. I should try to destroy your company and get 1 million hits off of it. But I actually love you. I actually did play Kingsfield 1 and 2 and Demon Souls and beat all your games and beat Bloodborne 4 times and Elden Ring 1.5 and all the shit. And I actually do fucking love you. But I mean, like, you know, but Jesus Christ, I've only ever been disrespected by one other video game developer as bad as I was today. Jesus fucking Christ, what happened to you, From Software? I'll buy your products still. I'm not going to boycott you because you've given me 20 years of wonderful, wonderful RPGs. You know, I'm not going to be a fucking hater. But Jesus fucking Christ, I should buy all rights. Fucking make a fucking video trying to destroy you. Try to get the goddamn million hits. Fucking drum up and do a CTA in the fucking community from all the other people you fucked today with this, and fucking come after your fucking ass swiggity swooty. But I mean, like, no, I'm just gonna fucking be the man about it. I'm gonna bitch about it on my fucking stream live. I'm gonna publish my video today, but I'm not gonna do some edited teardown video with a title that's clickbait trying to fucking destroy your company or anything like that, like all the other fucking streamers do. I'm just gonna love you anyways, despite all your fucking errors and your failures and shit. I'm just gonna love you anyways.
How Reddit users believe karma.
Like everybody else in my fucking life who tried to fucking destroy my good time, you know? I was gonna love you anyways. Fuck you.
Works. You upvote.
I didn't need this today. I didn't want this today. It took me 8 hours to get it out of my fucking system. I told my family that this was the biggest day of the year. What the fuck is wrong with you, From Software? Jesus Christ. I think what you did today should be considered illegal in Japan. What happened to you today?
And you get actual physical...
I've been disrespected by goddamn... I'm going in circles, I'm sorry. Motherfucker, I guess I've been dissed by From Software, and I've been dissed by fucking Star Vault now. I've been full-blown, straight-up dissed as a consumer. Full-blown disrespected. Server went down for 3 weeks on Mortal 2, and the motherfucking From Software Shadow of the fucking Redfield, where you didn't warn me that I had to play for 100 more fucking hours before I could play the DLC I just fucking purchased, and I resigned and fucking returned it in shame and disgrace, and I'll never play Elden Ring again.
Nourishment from the karma. Oh look, a message on the floor.
I don't need your Elden Ring. You made 5 or 6 other really good fucking games that are like better. So whatever.
Maybe someone out there...
I think that's probably how you should look at this. I'm sorry, Miyazaki. I doubt you'll ever hear or see this, but if you ever do, I'm sorry I yelled at you so much today or whatever if you ever see this. But I mean, like, you know, this was unacceptable. I have never been disrespected by a human almost as much as I was today. Jesus fucking Christ. I have never, ever let a human being fucking disrespect me directly to my fucking face like that. But I mean, like, how dare you not let me play my DLC that I pre-order on a game I've beaten? It's a simple fucking statement. How dare you, sir? How dare you? I wish you success in your future endeavors, but you and me are done.
Well, tell me something useful. Then you open it and...
That I never saw it coming. I wish I could go back, like, I wish I could Marty McFly back to my 18-year-old self and tell me not to play Dark Souls. I swear to God. I really wish I could. I feel very, very, very fucking disrespected, you know?
Only to see Dog Butthole closely followed.
I'm not playing your game unwillingly to do things that I don't want to do for 100 fucking hours to get to some fucking, or 50 hours or whatever it is, to get to some fucking boss on New Game Plus that I don't want to fight, to see content that I pre-ordered and couldn't play the day that I bought it on a game that I beaten. It's a simple thing. Look, the script for the fucking video that I attempt to destroy your company with writes itself. I'll just put it on my video. I won't tell anybody. I won't do any clickbait or attack you. But I'll put the fucking truth on my fucking video. You dissed me fucking hardcore today. Fuck you.
By Fortnite. According to a true story, once upon a time, Miyazaki's car broke down in the middle of a road.
I can't believe you. Triple anus, huh? Quadruple anus. What a way to run the fucking railroad. I can't believe you. Let's go look at happy, positive people who don't get screwed because their fucking livelihood is like relying on providing a certain type of content for a certain type of repeat customer. And I make a promise for fucking months and I show them on stream that I buy the Shadow of the Erdtree 3 weeks before the launch and all this shit, and I sign up like and drink the Kool-Aid like a good little lemming. And I show up day 1 hour, like 7 hours into launch. I slept in, but I mean I was tired. I ran an op, and I show up and I show up with bells on. I fire up the streams and I make you famous instead of me with your fucking video game and shit. And I put your name on my stream and all this stupid shit, and you fuck me over on the DLC. You don't let me go fucking play it, and you lock me behind provide a bunch of content that I obviously can't fucking like just rush through. It's New Game fucking Plus. I have a specialty claw build because I don't want to be some fucking lemming who does meta builds, and I really didn't like that aspect of Elden Ring either. And like fucking, so I've got a specialty fucking claw build that gets its ass kicked if it ever gets touched, which is particularly hard on New Game Plus. Now I don't care about that shit. I was thriving, I was doing fine, but you locked the fucking frame rate, and then I turned off all the other games, and I still have goddamn 57 frames per second. And then you don't warn me that I've got to do between, I felt like it was like 50 more hours. It feels like it was like 50 to 100 more hours, a whole nother playthrough, because I'm only like a halfway through or something like that. You're saying go to Moog, but I already killed Moog. Why can't I play the DLC? I'm sick of the Triple Anus treating us like this. I'm sick of it. Fuck you guys. Go watch positive, happy people who don't have their fucking future bound up in whether the Triple Anus is gonna fuck you in the ass or not on a whim. You know what I'm saying? They look so happy, don't they? I want to be happy like these people. Maybe I'll just stop fucking playing Triple Anus games, because you seem to be making me sort of unhappy. I was not looking for this today. I feel like I need a therapist for my fucking From Software breakup. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking foul and base. What the fuck happened to you? I need a therapist for my fucking From Software breakup. Fuck you.
Hello girls, I have great news for you. Today's vlog is sponsored by SeatGeek, and you know they have a fantastic deal for you. It's summertime, and what better excuse to get out of the house than by going to see a live event or a concert, maybe a comedy show.
There's the name of the video, right? Shit writes itself. If I was an attack artist, like all the other piece of shit attack artists out there, right? And when I really, really wanted to hurt you, I would make a video called I Need a Therapist for My Fucking From Software Breakup. You know? That would be the title. Sells itself, doesn't it? I'm not going to do the fucking video because I've loved you for 20 years and I'm not going to be a fucking ingrate. But I should. There's a difference.
Or even sporting event, and luckily SeatGeek has come through for all of you. Thankfully, you guys have used my code so much that SeatGeek wanted to hook you up with a brand new
He looks happy, which is something that I don't think Shane looks happy, but I think he does. He looks happy. He's got 500,000 fucking like subs. I bet he is happy.
Everyone can now use my
I don't give a shit about fucking follows or subs or like subs or money or any of that shit, right? But those are the metrics that all the other monkeys look at, you know? So let them look at their metrics, you know?
Code Ryland10 for 10% off your ticket at SeatGeek. Whether you're a new customer or not, it works for everyone. 10% off. My mom, she has already jumped on this deal and got herself tickets to Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
Had a fantastic
Oh my fucking god, she probably had so much fun.
time at. I personally.
So by the way, Ryland and Shane live about, let me think about this. They're in Golden, about 4.5 miles from where I grew up and lived and where I was born. Shane and Ryland moved to Lakewood, Colorado, or well, it's Golden. They're in Golden. That's Golden that they're in. That's not Lakewood, but it's considered the zoning is called Lakewood, right? But they're in actually Golden, right? They're in Golden, Colorado, the most beautiful place on the planet. I really believe that. I believe Golden to be the most beautiful place on the planet. I'm certain of it. And they moved to the most beautiful place on the fucking planet because they have all that money and everything. But guess what? These amazing fucking streamers moved within 4 miles of where I lived all my life. Isn't that cool? It's because I lived in the best place on the planet. I know it sounds like a brag because it is. I'm a Colorado fucking native, and these fucking weird socialite fucking nerds that took over the fucking streaming scene and created it and shit. The guy who created the fucking streamer scene moved to within 4 miles of where I lived for 20 years. Isn't that awesome? And it's because, you know, it's a special place. Daniel Larson comes from there too. Not that I want him to.
Only got tickets to Gracie Abrams the second she announced her tour because in recent months I have become a huge fan and I just love an excuse to get out of the house, enjoy my friends, and have a great time.
Please. Yeah, dude, and Colorado's the place to do it. Go to Fiddler's Green, Ryland. Go to Fiddler's as much as you can, guys. Roofless, baby. Red Rocks all day long. Yeah, baby.
are so many other artists on tour right now as we speak. SeatGeek has you covered for everything.
He's good at ads. I think he would be a really fucking good YouTube personality. I think he's better than Shane. He's kind of like what's his face? You know, that we don't really understand who he is. I can't think of all the famous streamers. I wonder what the top 50 is. Let's go see. Who are the top 50 streamers, right? The metrics. Let's go look at the metrics. They seem to be coming up. Who are the top 50, right? That's how I type it. Who are the top 50? And I mean YouTubers, but I just assumed that Google knew. Oh my god. I think the top 50 YouTubers in the world are actually the top 50 people in the world. I don't think there's a difference. I don't think there's a difference. Internet has slaughtered Hollywood. It's awesome. Fuck Hollywood. Fuck fucking video games. Fuck the triple anus and the quadruple for doing this to us. Like, dude, like, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay with just enjoying my old games now, maybe. I don't know. It seems like you want to kill this whole thing. You want to kill this whole thing. So now I want the YouTubers to take over the world, please. I would love if Mr. Beast was president. I would really love if Mr. Beast was president, please. Because I know that sounds like a fucking joke. And I know it is a joke. But I mean, like, I really don't want any more dinosaurs anymore. Here's a strong young man who you know he really loves America. I guarantee he does. And so, like, or whatever. I'm not gonna put words in his mouth, but I guarantee he really loves this motherfucker like me. And I bet he would run this place really well. Not these fucking dinosaur do nothing Congress motherfuckers who sit around all day talking about fucking court gavelins and fucking, you know, and Real Housewives and stuff. I think Mr. Beast would actually be a good president. I really believe that. PewDiePie, where is he from? I don't know. I don't care about those things. PewDiePie, I know. I don't know who any of these fucking people are, but I suppose I should learn, right? So I know Mr. Beast. I know PewDiePie because those are gamers, right? I don't know who that is. No idea. No idea. No idea. No idea. No idea. No idea. Nope. No idea. I know who WWE is. Z Music Company, Colors TV, no idea. Gold Mines Telefilms, Hive Labels. I know Jacksepticeye. Justin Bieber is a top streamer now, huh? Okay. Markiplier. Markiplier was the word that Markiplier was the guy. I knew he would be in the top 50, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, not Markiplier. No, I'm thinking of somebody else. Oh well. Sniper Wolf took the crown, huh? I mean, all that drama made her very popular. Jacksepticeye. I don't like any of these people. I would never voluntarily put any of their stuff on. I realize that's very weird, but I don't believe I would ever voluntarily put any of these fucking people's stuff on. I don't know what Jacksepticeye does. Isn't he a gamer? I thought he was a gamer, isn't he? I can't remember. Jackseptic is... Yeah, he's a gamer, isn't he? Yeah. I think... Yeah. I don't know this guy. I don't know. I don't watch his stuff. I don't know. How I broke YouTube, huh?
Algorithms.
This is from 45 minutes ago. This is the Spiffing Brit. I know him. But I like the Spiffing Brit. But I don't know the other guy. I just don't know him. Oh yeah, you're gonna come play Minecraft again? No, you should play Rust. Just play Rust. I said what I thought, didn't I? I just full-blown addressed whoever that was, PewDiePie. I just full-blown addressed PewDiePie like I know him. And I said, stay away from kids' games. It's creepy to see a 40-year-old man on goddamn Minecraft. It kind of is. Like, honestly, or go play Vintage Story. That would be an acceptable form of Minecraft. Minecraft is not really acceptable for all the Minecraft YouTubers anymore. That's a kid's game. You weird creepers over the age of 20 should not be on Minecraft. That's kind of weird, frankly. You know? It's cool to play Minecraft. Anybody can play Minecraft. But when you're a Minecraft streamer over the age of 18, that's a little weird. Does that make sense? It's cool if you're the best builder in the world and you do build videos like Rust, stuff like that, you know? But I don't think it's cool when you're just playing kids games with kids all day. No. I had a serious issue with my last clan because of that. I was like, there are kids in here saying the N-word because they're just too young not to know any better, you know? And I had a serious issue with it. I left the clan, and it did not feel that bad to do, you know? I was like, I'm too old for this crowd. I do not belong here. It was easy to do. It felt easy for me to block my good friend Tay. Because he angered me first, but then it felt easy for me to do too, because he's also half my age, you know. It's not really that appropriate for me to like be chilling with some 20-year-old kid. I mean, it's okay if they're like my cousin or something, or they live in my hood or something, or they're a friend of a friend, but just like, you know, a clan, I don't really want a clan full of 20-year-olds or, you know, teenagers and shit. I decided at some point during that whole debacle, and I was like, I don't want to be in a clan full of kids anymore. It was unfair to say it to them that way, so I didn't say it to them that way, but it was the real reason. Haha. we got a new legal eagle. It looks like Alex Jones finally did pay the pauper for that fucking, he's now pauper. Yep. Pay the pauper price. Pay the pauper price for your fucking disgrace. Pay, I'm going to say what I think, and I hope it makes me famous, right? Pay your pauper price, right? You thought your career victims' families? Decency. It's best you leave the industry. What happened? What happened to you?
The law, but it looks like the law caught up. And in the process, he's finally going to lose his shirt. Unintentionally this time. Yes, it looks like Alex Jones is going to be forced to sell off his personal fortune to pay off his debts. But it's not all good news. Unfortunately, it looks like he'll be able to keep hiding his corporate assets from plaintiffs.
I didn't believe we were this and we are this.
But Jones's most esteemed obsession has been denying the deaths of the 26 people murdered at the Sandy Hook Elementary School. For years, Jones...
I want to see a compilation of Alex Jones meltdowns. I think this is an appropriate time right here. I've never done this before, but I think this is an appropriate time to look at this cartoon character go full-blown gorilla. And I think it's time. Are you guys ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready. So Alex Jones, right? Alex Jones compilation of meltdowns, I think, right? Meltdown or meltdowns, not meltdowns, right? Alex Jones most unhinged meltdowns. I knew there was gonna be a fucking compilation, right? So here we go. Here we go. Unhinged meltdowns. The frogs are gay. Blah, blah. So here we go. Okay, let's do an Alex Jones rant. Thank you, the Young Turks. I love you guys. I really do love you guys. Really love the fucking Young Turks. I've liked and sub to your channel. I believe I love some good progressives on the planet. Fuck yeah, it's good to see some other progressives out there. Fuck the fucking Democratic and Republican parties.
The whole thing was a hoax, and the 21st graders did not really die that day, and in the process...
Oh god, so we're gonna watch the meltdowns first, and then the people making fun of him right now today, as in this video was released 17 minutes ago. It has got 1,200 likes and 18,000 views, because we really don't like what Alex Jones did. We like to hate people when they really do fuck up really bad, you know? And so, yeah, it's okay to hate this guy, I think. This is one of those guys you can probably, like, pretty much hate. He really disrespected a bunch of victims' families, you know?
First Amendment killed him. Get rid of the Second Amendment.
Get rid of the Second Amendment. Are you listening to your fucking self? So now, I get them mixed up, right? The First Amendment is the freedom of speech, isn't it? The second one is the guns, isn't it? Second Amendment. I can't remember the whole order of them, right? The Second Amendment is, oh yeah, keep and bear arms. Yeah, that's the guns. Yeah. The Second Amendment's guns. The list of amendments, right? Short list of amendments, right? Yeah, the short list of amendments. What is it? Like the simplified 27 amendments, right? First one is freedom of speech. Second one's right to bear arms. Third one, citizens do not have to house soldiers ever. And you guys should remember that, because this might come up in the next 20 or 30 years, right? They're gonna the rich white people are gonna be like, you have to fight our foreign wars, and if you don't, we're gonna throw you in the fucking in the camps, right? So they're gonna say that you have to put the house their soldiers when they move their roving fucking like terrible gangs of killers around the world and such, and you will cite Amendment 3 at them, and if they don't honor Amendment 3, you fight them. Okay? Fair warning. Now, no unreasonable search or arrest. That's another one that you really remember. There is no unreasonable search or arrest. If a cop shows up at your door and it's like, can I search your house? You say, why? They say, I don't know. You say, no. Amendment 4 says you can't. Number 5 is no double jeopardy or no witness against yourself. You can't testify against yourself. The right to a speedy and public trial, the right to a jury trial in civil matters of $20 and over, no excessive bail or cruel punishment. People get rights not listed in the Constitution. Any rights not given to federal governments are given to the states and the people. Number 11 is individual cannot sue a state in a federal court. Wow, I didn't know that one. Individuals cannot sue a state in a federal court. I guess you can't sue a state in a federal court, only in state court. Which is interesting, because federal cases are where you get your wins. State courts are much smaller in municipality and scope and such. It's interesting that I did not know. I remember this amendment, but I didn't really realize how really deep that one is. I must have skipped over it earlier in my life, but I never really realized how bad it is that you can't sue a state in a federal court. Because like if a state violates your rights in a search and seizure or some such, ever since this country's been around, you can't go to the Fed. You can only sue them in the same city court, which is the same fucking city that fucked you, probably. Or state, I'm sorry. You can only sue them in state or city court, probably. Not in federal court, right? Which is the same fucking court that fucked you, probably. So, like, it's weird. That's actually a really crazy thing written into our amendments, where it's like, you cannot use the Fed to sink a state, They won't let you sue a state through the Fed. That's, I never really realized how crazy that is. Separate ballots for president and vice president. That's good. Abolish slavery. Good. That's the 13th Amendment. We know about that from the Lincoln movie and all the textbooks and stuff. If you were born or naturalized in the U.S. and then you are a citizen in the U.S. and that was Amendment 14, probably after slavery, frankly. You cannot prevent a person from voting because of race, color, or creed. Happens all the fucking time. Income tax. It just says income tax. Yeah, it's the fact that we're going to take your money if you make any money. It's just a fact of life. Amendment 16, we take your money. But number 17, popular election of U.S. senators. This one's in total violation all the time. Prohibition. It was the amendment of 18, but it's no longer, no longer. Women get the right to vote. Suffrage is number 19. Number 20 is president takes office on January 20th instead of March 4th, which is an interesting one. I wonder why they did that, but I don't really know. Maybe winter is, I guess they want to do it at the start of the year, not the first quarter. So then Amendment 21 repeals prohibition. But, repeal prohibition, 21. There was 18 and then 21. So they repeal prohibition in this country, but, I mean, not really. Not really at all. I mean, you can't even really get drunk in public. They did not repeal prohibition, not really. President can only serve 2 terms. We'll see about that. Washington, D.C. residents can vote for president. Cool. Yeah. And then number 24, anti-poll tax. I didn't know there was 27. Amendment 25 lays down the rules for who becomes the president if the president dies or resigns. And then number 26 is 18-year-olds get to vote. And Amendment 27, Congress cannot accept a pay raise until next term. So that's interesting. You can't get a pay raise the same time that you're serving. You have to wait a session because people are unhappy with how much money Congress actually makes with how much little they actually do, and how much money they spend. People are really angry with them right now because they've been jet setting and then lying about it.
They're bad. They killed the kids too. George Washington killed them. Jesus killed them. We should rename the whole planet Sandy Hook. Everything. It should be holidays. We should bow 5 times a day to New Haven, Connecticut.
I can't believe you did this to Andrew Callahan. I mean, this was so unfair to him. You can see the fear in his eyes. Can you see the fear and the wonder and just the shock and the... I mean, Andrew is frankly shocked right now. And he knew it was going to be like this, and he can't break fucking confiture like Sacha Baron Cohen in... he can't break face like Sacha Baron Cohen in Ollie G. So he's just... He wants to laugh, but he's also terrified. He's terrified of what he's saying. He's terrified that he might strike him. I think he's actually physically scared of him too.
Every American's to blame. Every gun owner's to blame. I'm to blame. We're all guilty. To Bloomberg and Soros, turn our guns in. Turn our guns in. I know. I did it. I killed them. I killed them. I killed them. I know. I killed them.
Why are you saying that? I mean, it's just like you took the already terrible fucking thing. You just kept drilling it into their fucking heads that you really just don't care about these victims' parents. Did you ever think about this, Alex? They're still victims. Something really horrible happened to them, whether it's fucking some hoax or not, is regardless, they're still people who went through something fucking terrible and trying to change their lives. They're still victims, whether you believe it to be a hoax or not. You treated them disrespectfully.
So I'm done talking about it.
Yeah, I think you are done. You're done today. You're done today. We'll never see you again. There's no way anybody will ever give him a fucking microphone again. He's scrubbed out. Don't be attacking people's fucking families and shit. It's never okay.
Really want to buy supplements from that guy?
No, fuck no.
Just think about it.
No.
If you say, hey, maybe you shouldn't have said that the parents...
I want to buy supplements from you, though. Oh, yeah, you're so sexy. I love the TYT. They've been coming after these fucking shitheads for so long. They're like the only people left actually like fighting the good fight. I love my TYT. I mean, I don't think they'd ever... I'm sure they say crazy things all the time, but I don't think they do disrespectful things all the time. They're the Democracy Now! People. Their ilk is from Democracy Now! He shakes the Democracy Now! Lady's hand every year, probably. Probably sees her at some coffee luncheon or something like that, right? This is not somebody who fucks around. This is somebody who's been in the fucking grassroots scene for 40 fucking years. I mean, Alex Jones was like that, but Alex Jones was in the Rush Limbaugh scene. This guy was actually in the goddamn Democracy Now! Scene. He's actually progressive. He is not fucking around. I love the TYT. I'll give them the swing if they say it's a hoax, but I won't give it to you.
Who had their kids murdered were crisis.
Because if they say it's a hoax, they mean it. I think when you do it, you're trying to sell things.
Factors.
There's a difference. I think they actually care. I think you're selling something.
And that they were faking it, and that they were actually trying to take your guns away, that they were the real bad guys, and you should chase them all around the country.
I know many, many Americans who are extremely paranoid about this exact thing. Many, many, many right-wingers, gun owners, who are extremely paranoid about the school shootings and believe that they are inside jobs. I know like 5 personal people in my personal life who do believe that. Now, I don't believe that, and I don't think that the shooting was very normal, nor do I think the victims acted very normal. But do I think it's a hoax? Absolutely the fuck not. No. And so. So I am cognizant of the fears that my fellow Americans may have about this. Irrational fears, too.
And threaten their lives. Maybe you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, like maybe you should have just not said it, though. It's like that thing. I quoted this on a YouTube video recently. I was like, there's this sexist joke that Simpsons told that always kind of bothered me, but I love the joke. It's actually very funny. It's like when, like the newspaper reporter, Kent Brockman does a thing about a fire sale at a store, and it's from the episode Hurricane Nettie, and he's like, and okay, if you've never seen a hurricane, then you've never seen ladies down at the fire sales. And Marge grumbles, and she's like, it's true, but he shouldn't say it, And that was my feeling about the whole, like, gun hoax thing, is I suspect that some of these school shooters are actually activated people, and I will engage in Alex Jones craziness, but I would never say that it was like a hoax, you know? I would never say it's a hoax, because those killings definitely happened. Those victims are victims. Saying it's a hoax was maybe the most horrible thing anybody's ever done that isn't some, like, brutal killing or slaying or rape or something like that. Saying that was a hoax is one of the most horrible things anybody's ever done, you know? And it's weird because I think Alex was just spouting or parroting the same things that all the paranoid right-wingers say on these fucking Reddit forums and shit. I don't think he maybe even believes that it was a hoax even. But all he's doing is trying to represent them. I have some respect for that. But the problem is, you got to wonder, like, what people are you treading on when you do that to build your career? And how is it helpful or constructive to make it out like it was the parents were trying to hide something or something like that? How is that helpful or constructive to anyone? You know? And so I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to represent the interests of the crazy right-wingers who love guns, who believe that these school shootings are some kind of CIA-activated hoax to I know what he's trying to do. It's not because he believes this shit or that he's trying to make money off it necessarily. It's that he can't turn his back on the people that brought him where he got. And those people believe that these things are sometimes not a hoax, but like a fucking, like a government psyop. Not a psyop, but a full-blown government op. That's what I think it is. And I'm sorry, I do tend to believe that. Now, do I think it's a hoax? Absolutely the fuck not. That guy killed a bunch of kids. To say it's not was the most horrible thing anyone's ever done that isn't rape or murder, you know? What the fuck? Fuck Alex Jones, you know? But I get what he was trying to say, which is just all he was trying to do, and I'll defend him even. I'll just like any good master debater, I'll sit there like a masturbator, I'll sit there like a good master debater, and I'll argue for Alex Jones. All he's trying to do is be the fucking mouthpiece for the paranoid right that believes that there are not government hoaxes, but government fucking ops going on to push politics in a certain direction. The right was betrayed by George Bush with the assault weapons ban in 1999 or something. When was the assault weapons ban? When was the assault weapons ban? Right? So you have progressive writers watching Alex Jones, you know, that love guns. I don't care that they love guns. You know, I've got no issue with that. I like guns, whatever, you know, whatever. I own guns. Like, you know. The 10-year ban was passed by the U.S. Congress on August 25th, 1994. That was 94. I thought it was 99, but it was 94, right? It was signed into law. Oh, no, it was Bill Clinton. I'm sorry. Bill Clinton was the one that did the federal assault weapons ban. But didn't George Bush... but George Bush did the original one, though.